I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Every day I'm hustling.
Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Breakfast Club of Boxing as GTO, Instagram, and just a lot of it's the passion, man. And we're here to talk about the big fight. Super duper, big fight. We are live and taking phone calls.
Boxing Voice. Ayo Ness, roll up the Hardin. I just landed at Reed, I'm trying party. Roll up. Shout out to I mean. We rollin' permanent marker. Be careful, this jabber stain you like a permanent marker. Size them up, then back them down. Vander Holyfield posture. All these other shows frauds. We the real, they imposters. We got like 2 phones lit. I'm on my 2-tone ish. Let's drop the line up. We got Bill Haney on the list. Whether it's X or Discord, hit the line, the floor is yours. You ain't feeling my opinion? We can meet at Border Wars. Throw you straight and I'ma slip. Throw my straight, you know it's lit. I take this rollie off my wrist and throw some gloves on this. I throw some gloves on this and turn the money made. Hit the subscribe button, it's free and you can join the day. And hit that champ level. Appreciate it. We live every day, twice a day. We stay dedicated. This the Boxing Voice. No better way to start your day. If it's hot, we got the drop, and that's each and every day. Whether you on the West Coast or the East, press play. 6 a.m. or 9 a.m., we'll get you through your day. This the Boxing Voice. No better way to start your day. If it's hot, we got the drop, and that's each and every day. Whether you on the West Coast or the East, press play. They tuning in from New York all the way to the UK.
This is just too easy. It's like taking candy from a baby.
What up? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Sunday morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, Solo Dolo, Scarface, No Manolo. We're here to discuss this weekend's fights, all the results, plus some news and notes that's out there that we need to be discussing. Obviously, I think Turkey Al-Sheikh is, pulling our leg, as they say, when he says that the ring for Cepeda and Shakur will be shrinking as it goes. I mean, I don't know what type of circus stuff that is. I'm definitely going to tune in to see if it's true, but I highly doubt that the ring will shrink as the rounds go on. But not only are we here to discuss that, but we got to discuss, will the third fight happen with Dimitri Bivol and Artur Beterbiev? It looks like Artur Beterbiev feels that maybe Dimitri is trying to avoid this fight in some way or another, right? Dimitri is being accused by Artur Beterbiev of trying to age him out. So, while the news broke that this fight was going to happen and it's going to be handled by other organizers, it looks like Artur Beterbiev doesn't buy the hype. So we're going to be talking about Black Prime and all their prospects and, Jesus, just the way that they shine. Shout out to everybody on that Black Prime card, from Shamar Canal to Kevin Newman, Price Sparrow, Kamari Walker. These guys really did their thing and showed out. So we're going to be discussing the results from Shreveport and the results from Manchester with Jack Catterall. I don't know if I seen correctly, but I felt like, did Turkey Al-Sheikh take a shot, or did I see some sort of doctored tweet, right? Was it Photoshop, or did Turkey Al-Sheikh call the Eubank and Catterall fight Tom and Jerry, like, live? Because I seen a couple of people talking about that on Twitter. I'm like, wow, really? I didn't watch the Catterall fight. I told you I wasn't into Harlem Eubank. I hear it was awful and that it ended in a headbutt. I think it made it to the 6th round, I believe. 7th round, excuse me. No, I'll get that in a bit. But yeah, man, we're here to discuss, obviously, the weekend. Hopefully you watch that Jack Catterall fight if you want to talk about it, because me, on the other hand, I wasn't too interested. Probably will go back and watch it if Catterall's in a better fight, as it looks like he might be. You know, Eddie Hearn already looking to line him up in a bigger championship fight, and all I could think of was, man, poor Richardson Hitchens, right? Like, they're going to serve him up for sure. Not that he's going to lose, but obviously he can, right? So, you know, it looks like Catterall may be going towards that Hitchens route. Now, I don't know what sanctioning body he's most ranked in, but when you have your promoter saying things like that, you know, what other belt do they have on that side? Actually, that's wrong, because he did move up to welterweight. Hitchens is 40. So that's wrong. I wonder who Eddie Hearn is trying to match him up with. So that's a good conversation right there for anybody that calls in. Who do you think Jack Catterall is going to target at welterweight? You know, going into this, I just automatically assumed it was Hitchens, forgetting that he was at 140. At 47, though, you got Rolando Romero, who most people believe are going to be just sitting back waiting for the outcome of Barrios and Pacquiao. There it is. There it is. It must be the IBF, which is vacant, and Lewis Crocker at the top. I guess a Catterall-Crocker fight could be a little domestic squabble with the UK gets excited for. But I don't see Catterall in those rankings. I do see him at number 11 in 147 pounds. So he's a long ways off from a title shot at the WBO sanctioning body. If he can somehow get ranked off of this win over Eubank, who was ranked 15 in the IBF, then he could get a little bit closer to that vacant IBF title, because number 2 position is vacant. He's got a few domestic guys there, Lewis Crocker, Patty Donovan. Obviously, we know Alexis Rocha. And Ricardo Rodriguez, I've just never heard of, you know. Shout out to the IBF, gives everybody an opportunity. And number 6 is back. Everybody's worst nightmare. Karen Chukadazian is right back in number 6 after 2 failed title attempts in that IBF sanctioning body. But let's get right into this Bivol and Arthur Beterbiev. You know, we've had 2 fights already. Both I thought Dimitri won, so I can see why he's not in a rush to get back in the ring. But on the hands, when it comes to like Arthur, right, he feels he wasn't 100% in the second fight. He feels that no one would have gotten surgery and rushed into such a big fight. His team didn't want him to do it. He felt it was a quick turnaround. I don't know, maybe it was the money, not really sure, but he did end up doing it. But he came up short in the second fight, but he was the honorable one and gave Bivol a rematch in the first fight. You know, he could have walked away then and just retired undisputed, undefeated. So Bivol gets the rematch in the second and wins. Again, I thought he won both, but I thought it would have been the right thing to do and give Beterbiev the shot he gave you. That seemed to be the case. And then slowly things have been starting to prolong, and now they have fallen apart. Now Turki Al-Sheikh isn't even the organizer for this fight, and he's putting out phrases like, quote-unquote, other organizers are going to organize this fight. So I don't know that we're even going to get it. You know, no organizers could do it before Al-Sheikh came along. I don't know that they can do it now, when both these men have made so much money. I mean, Bivol was just offered $8 million to fight David. So I don't know. But we got a poll based off this. And we got, should Bivol fight Benavidez first? 55% say yes, it's mandatory. 28% say no, first do Trilogy. 12% say fight both. 4% say neither. Wow, they want him to retire and not pass that torch. Over on our community page, we're asking who actually wins the third fight. 60% now can see what they didn't see in the first fight, and they're saying Bivol by decision. 14% Beterbiev by knockout. That percentage just keeps dwindling as the big puncher hasn't even been able to drop Bivol. So, yeah. 5% say draw, too close of a fight. I don't believe that part. 21% say no trilogy in 2025. Can you imagine if this year goes by? It's only 5 more months. Should we be okay if the entire year goes by and we don't get that trilogy? Are we cool with getting it next year? Do we even want it? Do we even want it? You know, again, feels like the right thing to do is give Arthur his rematch, especially with his energy, like literally coming out, vocalizing that Bivol wants to age him out. I think that was pretty dope. And showing that he wants to fight today, not next year. But there's just not a lot of fanfare. I mean, the last time they did that fight, they stacked it with a great card, and it still didn't sell, bro. Like, I don't know. You know, this is when I say you got to be more than just a fighter. It's supposed to be entertaining. You're supposed to entertain us. It's like, I didn't watch Eubank and fucking Catterall. I went out with my wife, bro. Like, what am I going to do watching those dudes? When's the last time they were in an entertaining fight? I don't even know Eubank. Forget that. He's just living off his pappy's name. But what about Catterall? When's the last time he's been in a true entertaining fight? You know, the kind of fight where you're like, yo, hey, yo, Malcolm, you see? No, bro. We don't call each other to talk about Jack Catterall and his performances, bro. They got to do better, you know. And I get it. Somebody's like, oh, but you watch the Black Prime prospects. Yeah, they the future. We've already seen what Catterall can do, and what he can do is box. He's not the biggest puncher. So a dude that never was punching is moving up to 47. You know, I'll check you out when I got to check you out. It's nothing really crazy to write home about. But Shamar Canal, on the other hand, is a up-and-coming prospect. One can say contender, as he was able to pick up a WBC International Silver Lightweight title over in Shreveport when he got a unanimous decision with the scores of 95, 94, 96, 93, 98, 91. So one judge or two seen it a little closer than the last judge. But Shamar improves his record to 12-0, and he picks up a little WBC Intercontinental, so that means he's ranked, and, you know, real boxing starts now for him. Kevin Newman, he got out and also got a win by TKO in the 7th round. So he's back. It was an 8-round bout. He got the knockout in that last round. I watched the fight, you know. I want to interview Newman because I just feel like he wasn't letting his hands go enough. And on a higher level, like, I could only watch that fight imagining Jones was Lester Martinez, right? Because I know that fight was offered to him. And I'm sure it'll be back offered to him again because Lester needs opponents. But I'm not seeing that style being able to keep Lester off him. He was in the clinch a lot, letting Jones work on the body. And a bigger puncher, someone with a little more, I don't know, enthusiasm, you know? Someone a little more hungry to win would be fighting way better on the inside and landing shots on Newman, making it extremely uncomfortable. And yeah, I think that, you know, if it's Lester, it's an ugly fight for Newman. He needs to work on some things, specifically staying active. I just think he's too cute. You know, those cute boxers that they stand in front of you and they want to be too slick, but they're not really letting their hands go because they're They think they're so slick. He's got to change that because that's not going to work with a Latin fighter like Lester that likes to come forward and let those hands go. And in no way am I saying that Lester fights like your typical Mexican that, you know, we like to, I guess, generalize in boxing. But he is more active than Jones, who Kevin Newman fought yesterday. So Taras Celis Tuck, I think is his name. He's 20-0, one draw. Fights in that 54-pound division. Looks like he could potentially even make welterweight. He came in at 152. His opponent came in at 150. He got a second round stoppage. And, yeah, man, did his thing, remains undefeated. I was actually surprised to see him fighting on top rank, or fighting on Black Prime, because, you know, we've seen this guy before. And, yeah, man, he did good. Really easy knockout. I'll show you here. Could have been showing all, but, you know, just so you know who I'm talking about, because it's like we've seen him fight. You know, Price Sparrow did some amazing body work. Wow. No joke. I mean, he's somebody you definitely got to watch. Let me see. I think Price is here, too. Which one is this? This Kevin Newman getting the stoppage. But that's Kamari. Also got the win, improved his record to 6-0. Big kid, too, man. Big kid. Watch that fight. He looked good. This is Price Sparrow. Lord, you guys really need to watch this fight. This kid is, he's serious. Look at the body work. He's just invested in that body. Look, just body work, body work. He gets the stoppage. He gets a knockdown because of that body shot. He really did his thing. You know, Black Prime has some good up-and-coming prospects. Let's see, can they develop them properly? They got them all shaked out on this last card. Good to see. No issues with the stream. Also good to see. But, yeah, man, Sparrow and Kamari really did their thing. Walker, you know, like I said, Newman, I want to see him get a little more active, have a little more urgency, like Sparrow, right? Sparrow, from the clip I showed you can see, he wanted to get his man. He wanted to hurt his man. That wasn't the case with Newman. I think I want to say around maybe the 5th or the 6th, he did come out throwing a little more power than normal and speed than normal. He was trying to go to the body with some long body shots. They looked like some uppercuts scooping water, to be honest, but they were targeted at the body. And he did well, but no urgency. No urgency, and that's my biggest issue, because if you're fighting a Lester or a Jaime, who else? Now, Pacheco's a little... He throws combinations, but he's not like an overwhelmer. He's not going to overwhelm you. But anyone that lets hands go will be an issue for Newman, man. He's got to get a handle on that. Matt Bent, 100 pound for pound, #1 in the chat. Drop a bomb for the pound for pound. Shout out to Matt Bent. First super chat of the day says, daily dose of Tanquil. Jack Harlem fight was basura. Nobody wants to see a third fight. Okay. Bedtime story. Looking forward to David Yard. Norman Devon. Tank versus the world. We got Raw Dog, the legend, $2. Left early, but I got to see Sparrow fight. He nice. Salute, champ. What made you leave early? What made you leave early? Just interested in that. I'm definitely curious. What made you leave early? Was it something up with the event? You know, let me know. But phone lines are open if you want to call in and voice your opinion. We're talking this weekend's fights and results, plus news and notes. Obviously, the news of Turkey Al-Sheikh informing Shakur Stevenson that his ring will be shrinking as the rounds go by. Don't believe that, but hey, something to talk about, right? And Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol. The trilogy, is it going to happen? At the moment, looks like it's falling apart. Plus, we're talking about Black Prime's prospects shining. Salute to Price Sparrow, Kamari Walker, Shamar Canal. All those kids looking great. And salute to Kevin Newman that continues getting a win. Now he's got a 7-fight win streak. We got Malcolm. What up?
Yo, Ness.
Yo.
Did you see the Jack Catterall fight? Oh, man, listen, bro. Yeah, you saved yourself, bro. I caught that shit. It was horrible. Shout outs to Boxing Boys. Ness, shout outs to you, bro. I just wanted to speak on the first fight of that card. It was, I think homeboy's name is Atang, however you pronounce it. Homeboy that they had him fighting, it looked like they just grabbed somebody from the street and they said, yo, bro, you want to make a couple quick bucks? Throw him in the ring. And yeah, dude was out of shape. He was getting pummeled, very one-sided. But the main event, look, Ness, it was just Jack Catterall kind of following this man around, not really cutting off the ring. Eubank was just doing a bunch of bullshit movement and like all these 42 blocks and kind of smiling. And then when he would go in to punch, this motherfucker was doing his Floyd Schofield and he was just lunging in, and that's what caused the headbutt. But it was a pretty lackluster fight. I'm glad that they stopped it. The cut was really bad. Like, it was a horrible gash. I don't know if you've really seen it, but very bad gash. I don't want to see them two fight again. And, I had no idea that this was a 147 move up. So Jack in the IBF, I guess it makes sense from what you're saying, but he was never ranked in the IBF in the first place. That's what's kind of weird to me. He was number 5 in the WBC at 140, but I don't see how that's going to work out. Unless somehow Devin was like number 1 and Jack Catterall would have been like number 2 and the WBC was vacant, I could have seen something like that happen. Both guys with DAZN and, Turkey would have figured it out. So I have no idea with that. The Turkey tweet with Shakur, I'm going to keep it short. I'm not dwelling on it too much. Shakur should be his guy, if anything, and it's not really Cepeda. Shakur's the one that he got the plans with. I know he probably wants the winner to fight Tank. I don't know if I'm wrong on it, but I believe Shakur is a Riyadh ambassador. So, yeah, I'm not really thinking too much of that. Now, the Bivol situation, right? I scored Bivol. The first fight I had at 115, 113. I had Bivol winning. I wouldn't have been upset with a draw, and I wasn't upset with Beterbiev getting the win. Second fight, obviously Bivol won. I can't even argue it. Now, the fact that they gave him the rematch, I like it, and I thought that he should have just kind of, I'm going to give you this third fight. But if it's not in a contract, you know what I'm saying, we don't have any dates, then it's kind of on you, on your part. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really be upset about it.
But remember, he turned down $8 million to fight Benavidez, capping, talking about he was going to fight Artur. Now he's not fighting Benavidez or fucking Artur. Nah, yeah, I can't let him get that off.
I didn't know about the $8 million with Benavidez. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
But I'm not cool with it. I'd rather he fight Beterbiev. You're just going to kind of wait him out, and I don't know whose side is it if it's – because Bivol doesn't come off as a scary-ass nigga to me. You feel me? At the same time, I don't know if this is just Turkey trying to also delay it because Bivol's his guy. He looked upset when Beterbiev won the first fight. So it's kind of one of those situations
we all seen
where
he was robbed. That's why.
I
just wish he would have did that for Adamas.
A close fight's not a robbery.
No, for sure.
A close fight's not a robbery.
But that's why he gave him a rematch, and the true winner won. And I wish he would have did that for Adamas. Is all I'm saying.
Nah, because Shiraz want to move up. That's why it ain't happen. They ain't want to go back to that fade, man. But yeah, it's just I felt like this is one of those situations where how you playing a video game with a friend, they beat you the first time and you win the second one, and you're just like, yo, I'm about to go home. I'm gonna just call it a night. And it's like, nah, I want to get that lick back. That's kind of what Bivol's doing, but they're just gonna stretch it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're just gonna time it out. We're gonna get that fight later down the line. Beterbiev is already dealing with the age. I think he's like 40 now or 39, somewhere around that
Definitely
range.
40.
So yeah, nasty work. But we need that bet. Damn, man, he ducked Benavidez. That's I didn't even know that, bro. That's nasty, man. That's nasty at its finest. But
I
yeah,
mean, people didn't consider
like
it a duck back then because it was like, oh, he got the rematch. He's gonna do the trilogy. So, you know, and that's why Beterbiev also took the belt. But look.
But wait, is the trilogy on contract? Like all 3 fights have to be. Is it on contract?
We don't know. How would we know? We do know that they said it was. We do know that they were, you know, having the rematch. That's what they call
But
it.
if it's Turkey offering that money, he's the head honcho.
I don't think it's Turkey because he
Yeah.
tweeted out that he's given them permission to do it with other organizers. So they got somebody in Russia, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's some whole shit. Yeah, if he's giving you permission to go ahead and do your thing, then that's nasty on Bivol end, man. He probably gonna do this fight and then move up and try to fight Opataya or some shit. I doubt he gonna give Benavidez that smoke.
My
But
man called.
yeah, I
my
think
man
that's all I
called,
gotta say.
He called Catterall and Eubank, not Tom and Jerry, Jerry and Jerry. He said both
Jerry
motherfuckers
and Jerry,
is running.
yeah, it was ass, man. And yo, before I go, I wanted to, cause I didn't watch the the BLK prom shit. I don't really got that. Just nice little thing that I'm gonna put out there with advice. Do y'all parlays for the weekend. If y'all want to do something on the side, put Buello and Matias as a draw. Because of the styles, this is a Riyadh fight, and with all this Tom and Jerry shit going on, the judges are going to sway for a certain style, but Buello is probably going to dominate Matias. And there's going to be a bunch of bullshit rounds. I put some money to the side just for a draw. That shit is plus like 1,074. You feel me? So even if you want to put down $10, you're going to get 100 and some change. If you want to put 100, you're going to break bank. So that's just some advice. I chefed up like 3-4 parlays. I got some safe shit on the side. That's all I got to say. Ness, I'll be in the chat. You already know I hit the retweet. Shout out to the boxing community. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Hey, man, if you want to call in, phone lines are available. We're using X Spaces. So if you're listening on X, go ahead and hit that retweet. But if you're watching on X live streaming video, go ahead and hit me with the retweet, repost as well. Trying to get them numbers up. I'm going to go ahead and put those links in the live chat right now. We got Khaled, Indiana.
Yo, Neff.
Yo, Khaled.
Salute. I ain't get a chance to watch none of the prospects. I'm really not a prospect guy except for really top rank. I like see the prospects as, when it's time for me to see you, I'll see you. But on like top rank, yeah, but with like top rank, they be showing me all of them. So that's how I know them the most, because I think that, that's what they're geared towards. But yeah, bro. But as far as the Beterbiev and the Bivol joint, it's unfortunate, man. It started to look honorable. Now it's starting to get shaky. I think that if like Bivol gonna have to deal with some mandatories or something like that. So I think that's gonna be a thing. So I think David, if like he can beat Yard, he should try to fight Beterbiev just for the name, former champ, former boogeyman. He older now. If you could beat him, that's just a name on the resume that you need. It's just a former champ at 175. David Benavidez needs names at 175. That's why I wanted him to fight Callum Smith, because it was just a good name, and you left 168 with all the names. So now, you're gonna have to overpay for the names because you left 168. Like, you gotta overpay, so you got to pay Beterbiev some work, but you still giving him a title shot. He a former champ, so he would probably take the opportunity if Bivol on some bullshit, or I shouldn't say Bivol on some bullshit because that's not fair. This whole thing is like just murky and not really sure what's going on. So both guys could do some things better. You know what I'm saying? But shit, Beterbiev was like, nah. Actually, Beterbiev had the post because I read it. He was like, bro, y'all trying to wait me out. So it might be a little towards Bivol. But nonetheless, if David could get the yard fight, then he should fight Arthur next. That's the fight, especially after he won. People were like, yo, a lot of people picked David to beat Arthur Beterbiev. I know you did, Nash. So, he's older now, coming off 2 fights with Bivol. It's just the right time to get him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think people will try to, some people will call, well, yo, he was old and all that. But I mean, hey man, like the name of the game is fighting old former champions. And you need some names, David. Like, you got to get you some names. So I love to see that fight. As far as the Jack Catterall and all that, man, I'm not really sure what they're going to do with him. I'm not sure because I've never been, like, highly impressed with him. I'm not sure what they do with him. Maybe it do be some IBF shit. I wouldn't mind this Karen Kukadajian just having a belt at 147. I just like
he gonna have to get that
like
IBF. He gonna have to get that IBF. But like, imagine a fight with Karen and Jack, bro. Bro, you trying to kill me?
God, yeah, that'd be nasty. But it's crazy. I think Karen might try to fight him how he started off the fight with Boots. He might try to come towards him or just meet him in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Because Karen showed some different elements to his game in that second fight. That was a tough fight for Boots. He was touching Boots in that fight. Whether Boots had a tough time making weight or he wasn't motivated, he wasn't up, whatever the excuses that the Philly Bulls throw out, that's on them. But nonetheless, I liked how Karen looked in that fight. But yeah, man, this weekend though, as I close out this weekend, looking forward to it. I think Puello is gonna get the victory. I think that a Sabril Boogeyman shit is dead. So I'm going with Puello. David, do we know if David Morrell got the right opponent in yet? Or was he able to get his visa shit taken care of? Or like, we don't know yet?
Yeah. So far it looks good. They've been promoting the hell out of it. So I hope.
Oh, all right, cool. So that's gonna be a good scrap. Gonna be very violent. And then we got Shakur. Hey, you know what? Lastly, I was really picking a Zepeda for a long time, but I think I'm gonna go with Shakur in the scrap. I think he's just a sharper guy. It's not really set up for William to win. I think William gonna come in there kind of overthinking, maybe not fighting how he normally does. And I think that Shakur will just be the better guy on that night. Only thing I can hope for is all these tools, all this skill, all this repertoire, all this shit, all this Shakur. I hope that William brings it out so I can see it from a real guy, not the Japanese guy or the dude that Frank fought. I want to see it on display. And I'm going with EB. But yeah, and that salute to you. That's my call, God.
You the man, champ. You the man. We got Aiden Dyer, member for 17 months on a prospect level. He says, love and respect. Y'all excited for these fights. What's up, Ghost?
Can you hear me, yeah?
Yup.
Yeah, so, I usually back UK fighters, but Jack Catterall, bruv, I literally hate the guy. Like, he is so shit. Like, he waits too long. I think talent-wise, he's better than what he's showing, but he just waits too long to show the perfect punch. He just needs to, like, Eddie Hearn should just fire him. He's just so boring.
Did you say fire him?
Yeah, look, just whatever. Like, I literally bet on Jack Catterall to win yesterday, and I didn't even watch it. I couldn't. I'm like, bro, I bet, but I didn't watch it. I'm like, I can't watch this guy. He's so boring. I'm not like, that Suleiman guy that sucks off every Puerto Rican fighter who said Belanga's going to knock out that said Belanga's going to knock out Hamza.
Yeah.
If he's watching, or you could tell him whenever he's on, how is Belanga going to knock out Hamza if he couldn't knock out Cazares, who Billy Saunders knocked out? Billy Saunders knocked him out, and Berlanga couldn't. He also dropped, I think it was quickly like 4 times, but couldn't stop him, who Andrade stopped in 2 rounds. So how is Berlanga going to knock out Hamza when he couldn't knock out people that's been knocked out before against guys like Andrade and Billy, who's not a power puncher? So yeah, I think Hamza should win because Berlanga's not all that. Sulaiman should be embarrassed as a Puerto Rican that this is the guy that you have to back because this is the best you've got, which is embarrassing. Berlanga's the best you've got. Like, you lot should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, man, Berlanga at least took the fight. The one that needs to be ashamed of himself is you for backing a guy that ducked the Canelo fight. I don't think we've ever seen that. Your guy, promoter and fighter, said no to a Canelo fight. That's bananas. At least Berlanga took it. I don't know what you give more respect to, the dude that knows he's not ready or the dude that gets in there and dares to be great, right? Because one dude said no to a Canelo fight. Like, I never even heard that before. But if you're trying to call in, now is the time. Don't forget, you can catch the young prospects on the playback on Black Prime. You know, most of them got knockouts, so it'd be a short watch. Discord available and X Spaces available. Khaled said he wants to see Zepeda bring out that skill of Shakur. I'm excited too. I just wish it was a better fighter, man. You know, while Zepeda's a great undefeated contender, interim champion, he's not really on that level, right? He had the rematch with Tevin. He's the only dude I know that Tevin put down. Like, he's my reference point now. Like, oh, yeah, Tevin put down Zepeda. One banged him. Like, you know, I don't know how good Zepeda is, bro. Huang, what up?
Yo.
Yo.
So what? We ain't got a for sure date for the trilogy yet? Or they teasing it or what?
Shit fell apart, bro.
Damn.
Turkey's not doing it no more. He allowed them to do it on their own with quote-unquote Russian organizers. And then Beterbiev came out and said that Dmitry Bivol's just trying to age him out. He literally said, and I quote, give me 1 segundo. He said, and I quote, Dima, how old I have to be to fight for third time. So basically, he's insinuating that Bivol is trying, end quote, excuse me. So basically, he's insinuating that Bivol's trying to age him out.
Man, you know what? I got one Russian word for that. Ujazna. Learn that word, Ness. It means, it's like, man, that's like, ugh, it's yuck. It's like crap. That's how you say that in Russian, Ujazna. But anyways, dang, man.
Wait,
man,
so you were excited for that fight? Wait, because you sound like you're sad right now. Were you excited for that fight?
I want the trilogy.
Wow,
Look,
really?
I got it backwards from everybody. I thought Bivol won the first one, and I like Beterbiev in the second one. That's what I thought.
Okay.
It's like maybe
you one of the few that actually want the third.
Yeah, you know what? Because I felt like, all right, you know what?
Somebody said that the word you said means horrible.
Exactly. It's like, puh. You know what I'm saying? Because my wife says it all the time when something bad. She goes, "Oh, Zhazna." You know what I'm saying? My wife speaks Russian. But anyway, yeah, man. Man, you know what? What did you think about Cordina? Did you see that fight yesterday?
Hell no. Cordina was in a tune-up, bruh.
Yeah, I'll be
How many
honest,
rounds
man.
he went? How many rounds he went?
All fucking 10.
Lord have mercy.
And the guy, you know what though, man? That Mexican was scrappy, but I'm gonna tell you something about, man. You know what? Before I forget, y'all UK fans, y'all need to start telling y'all people, when we go to the fights during the rounds, like when they got the breaks during the rounds and they in the corners, you don't want to hear no fucking "Where is love, baby?
Don't
Don't hurt
hurt
me,
me.
don't hurt me." You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You ever pay attention to that, man?
Bro, they be partying. That's what I tell y'all. UK fans is better. They be partying over there. They don't be.
Nah,
Yo,
man, that
you
wouldn't
look
make me
at a
want to
fight in
fight.
America, and Tank could be fighting, and motherfuckers trying to fight themselves in the crowd. In the UK, they drinking, they singing, they hugging each other. Sweet Caroline in it, man. It's different, bro. Look.
Yeah,
In Cincinnati, Broner walked out with what? Rich homie Quan. They punched him in the face. Come on, man. America disrespectful.
yeah, but I mean, we don't gotta fight because we can have good music on without fight. Cause man, I be listening to between the rounds, and I'm like, man, what the fuck is this shit right here? I feel
I
like
think
I'm
it's
at the
no
night of the
different. Like when you had
boxing.
a Golden Boy card, they playing, and some of the PBC cards, they playing hella reggaeton in between fights. I've been
Well,
noticing
yeah, I
that.
mean, I could go with something like that, but I mean, something from the '80s, bro.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm
that's their
saying?
thing. You know, they into that shit. They got them old
I
cars
get it.
out there, the old taxis, old ass buildings, row houses. They on some old shit out there. They got cottages. You know, that's the shit they off.
Yeah. Maybe I just gotta get more into their swag when I'm watching they fights. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you, man. They really love Cordino over there, and I just didn't see enough from him. And I don't like all that wrapping up and holding and hitting. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot of rabbit punches. You know what I'm saying? It's like just that style. I was like, man, for all the talk, cause you'll always hear. You know what I'm saying? Joe Cordina, and
Bro,
then
this
like
was a
Eddie talks
straight
about.
up tune up for him, bro. Like, I'm going through this dude Gonzalez resume. Nasty work, bro. All Mexico fights, all bar fights, and Cordina, Cordina went the decision with this dude. This is what I'm saying, bro. And this was a dude Shakur was supposed to have fought. This is what I'm saying right here. Like, how Top
Tore him
Rank
up.
didn't send this offer for this unification. When there's no way this dude could have beat Shakur.
And who was the guy he lost? He lost to that last fight, Cordina.
Uh, he got knocked out by Kakase, right?
That's who it was. That's right.
Yeah, he got
Man.
iced by Kakase in 8.
Yeah, I'm finna watch that the Eubank Catterall fight because I was watching the
What?
fight last night.
What you?
Yeah, I
Your
started
girl
to
punished you? What the fuck?
I fell asleep. Look, Ness, let
Bruh.
me tell you something, man. I'm old, man. I'm 40-something years old.
Hey, I ain't saying
Man,
you ain't old. I'm saying why you torturing yourself. That fight ain't worth
why? It's no
watching.
good?
I mean, didn't you hear the last
Uh,
couple callers? Shit was trash.
nah, I just
My
got
man,
it. I just
my
look.
man said he put money on it and couldn't watch it.
Then I ain't gonna waste my
It
life.
ended in a head,
I
but I
just
mean, look,
woke
it's
up.
on you. It's on you. But look, you know, Turkey Alashi said he don't like Tom and Jerry fights. He called that fight Jerry and Jerry. yo, hey yo, shout out to Jack. We got to give him an award for the like worst fight of the year. Nasty.
So was it?
Look. In the chat, they said don't watch it.
Hey, was it Shakur de los Santos too?
Bro, I didn't watch it, man. Once I seen my timeline, I'm like, oh yeah, we don't need to watch this. They ended in a headbutt, nasty cut over Harlem. All Harlem again. You go off the articles. Is just all he was doing was moving. You know, Jack also moving, not letting hands go. It's just, But hey, you could. I mean, there's only 7 rounds. I think. Let me double check. I think it's only 7 rounds. So if you wanna, you got a couple minutes. Do
Nah,
your
I'll
team.
go watch those Black Prime. I'll go watch some Black Prime replays instead. Oh man, dang, that's bogus. Well, Man, that's the only fights we had.
Because that one went to the
last night?
scorecards because of the cut. Let me I'm pulling up BoxRec now. That one ended in 7, so it saves you 5 rounds.
Wasn't there some Mexican fights or something last night on YouTube somewhere?
Mexican fight? I don't know about those. On YouTube? I don't know.
Man.
Nah, this weekend the best shit was Jack Catterall, but he not. That's what I said earlier before Malcolm called. It's like, when have we ever said like, yo, you seen that Catterall fight? Like, and I think that
Taylor was a good
his best performance might be Linares, right?
Nah, Taylor. I thought he beat Taylor. They robbed him of that undisputed.
But look, that's controversial. That's why they had to do the rematch, and the rematch wasn't as good as the first fight.
That's true. But wasn't this fight at 147 for Catterall?
Yeah. He a welterweight now. He about to try to get that Lewis Crocker fight.
You know what? He's probably scared. You know what? On the cool, he's probably thinking there's more power here. That's why his ass is probably running. But that ain't the way to test that. To feel, you got to feel it. You know what I'm saying? When you move up in weight, you got to kind of put yourself out there a little bit so you can take some of them shots and see what they feel like. That's how you get acclimated to the higher weight, man.
Wow.
Well, I guess I ain't gonna watch it. All right, Nez. Well, I'm gonna let you get back to it, man. I'm gonna make me some coffee, man. I got up late, man. I'm locked in now. Tune in. TBV, like and subscribe, baby.
We got Edwin Martinez, $2. Catterall and Haney on the same level of boxing. Impossible. Impossible. Edwin, you've revealed yourself as a hater for sure. Impossible. I don't even think you have a fight that you could point to where Catterall fought like Devin did in the Linares fight, in the Loma fight, in the Ryan Garcia fight. He was aggressive in those fights, trying to get those guys out of there. Even though he couldn't, he tried. He went for it. You kidding me? You out of control, bro. The hate for that boy, Lord.
What's up, Ness?
What up?
Damn, so yesterday was a bullshit with no good fights on the card?
On the UK card?
The Catterall. Yeah, on the Catterall.
Yeah, I mean, if you went to Cordina, Huang and Houston said it was a fun fight, but homie was a tune-up, bro. He was a Mexican tune-up. No disrespect. All his fights was in Mexico. I'm looking at like 10 opponents that didn't even have double-digit resumes, meaning they didn't even have 10 wins, but they had 7 losses. It's like yo, bro, come on. 7-7-1, 4-14-1, 8-1-0, 3-13-2, 7-30, 7-4-0, 19-22, 3-26. Like, man, who the fuck was this guy? They gave him a comeback fight because he got knocked out, right? Respectfully. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm just here to tell you, I don't know that you need to go watch anyone's tune-up. Like, he's not Devin Haney, right? We needed to watch Devin Haney's tune-up to see is he back. But, like, ain't nobody – like, what's Cordina's big fight? Like, we don't even want to see him fight Shakur no more. He don't got a belt. They can't unify. Like, what's his big fight?
Yeah, that shit trash. Hey, but, man, Bivol, I think that's some sucker shit, man. Because I feel like that man beat you the first time, gave you a rematch. You know what I'm saying? And then you won the rematch. You got to honor that. You know, they built that fight up on honor, two guys, they countries and stuff like that. He got to give him that rematch. I do agree with Beterbiev. He trying to age the man out. Beterbiev said he wanted it, sooner than later. That's what he said in that tweet. Now he's saying he don't know when they're going to fucking fight. So, and I think we need to call it a duck because, he was offered that Benavidez fight. And, everybody gave him a pass because of the Beterbiev fight. Now the Beterbiev fight, they don't know when it's going to happen. I think that's an all-around duck. And I don't know if you've seen it. I can't remember where I seen it at on Twitter, but they was talking about a shrinking ring. for the Shakur and Zepeda
Yeah,
fight?
yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, what's your thoughts? You think it's real? I think
Man,
it's
I
cap.
missed it. I missed it. I missed
I
it.
think it's super
Man,
cap. How you
for
going?
real?
Come on, man, bruh.
You can shrink the ring, bro. You can shrink the ring.
How? Are you gonna call
How the
timeout?
ropes?
Are you gonna call
How
timeout?
the ropes? Turk got that money, man. It can be some automatics.
Okay,
The ropes is just
okay,
shrinking.
okay, but that's what I'm saying. Are you going to call timeout, or is this ring somehow made out of steel and the ropes are hydraulic where they can, fucking close in 4 feet?
In between the rounds. In between the rounds.
Bro, that's some
It's shrink that way.
sophisticated shit. I'm telling you, think about the apron, bro. How does the apron not get all? You understand? If underneath the floor, if under the apron actually is multiple layers of floor, so it's able to expand. Think of your dining room table when you had Thanksgiving. That middle piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that gotta go somewhere. Somebody's foot, the apron, the cotton, it's too hard. It's too hard. You
Who's
gotta
the
call a
source? Do you know the
timeout.
source?
Huh?
You know the source off the top of your head? The source.
Turkey said the shit. He capping though.
Turkey said it?
How many times don't he play with us? In his mind, he playing with us. He fucking with us in his mind. My man talking about Ness.
capping.
He said Ness is Saudi, it could be done. All right, I'm gonna give you a perfect example of Saudi doing something similar to that. Remember when, I don't remember the fight, but it was 2 rings and 1 ring came out the floor. Remember that? And the floor started to open in pieces.
Oh shit.
You don't remember that?
I don't remember that one.
Damn.
I feel like if Turkey said it, man, if Turkey said it, bro, it's gonna happen. And he said Shakur's boy, bro, but like he already trying to promote the next fight with Shakur versus fucking, I guess, Schofield or Tank or whatever, bro.
I mean, he's saying Shakur's boy, but he's trying to make a shrinking ring. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing when I said last time he's saying fucking Crawford is his boy, but he putting a hit on him for the knockout. There's no way in hell Crawford is gonna knock out Canelo.
Yeah, but it ain't no hit. Ain't no hit on Crawford either. Think about it, bro. That level, like, yo, there is no level.
Chance of knocking out who, though?
But there's no level
got
of
a better
bonus, champ. There's no level of bonus. Like, the bonus has to be just as much as the purse for a A-level fighter, an elite level fighter, to decide I'm going for gusto in round 1 or round 12, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not worth the risk. Ain't worth it.
It's no risk for Canelo.
Of course it is, bro. You could get countered. No, bro. No, you could get countered. You just seen Jaime Munguia get knocked out by a dude with 4 fucking fights, bro. And we've seen that before. Like, that's not the first time that a dude that allegedly didn't have power knocked someone out. I mean, Paulie Malignaggi went to the Ukraine and bust up Sinchenko's eye.
We talking about Canelo. His chin has been battle tested, bro.
You putting way too much stock into Canelo. And his hunger, and his hunger. You really think my man who getting paid $150 million is about to try and go for a knockout that could get him in danger when he know there's like $200 million on the table, $250 for fucking Benavidez. All he got to do is win.
The key word you just said is danger, bro. There's no danger.
Oh my Lord Jesus! Again, we just went over. We just went over someone, but we went over someone knocking out a fighter that wasn't supposed to be knocked out with less power.
Look who you talking about. You talking about Jaime Munguia and fucking.
Okay. What about the fact that Canelo got? What about the fact that Canelo is older? He got fucking 500 rounds boxed. What you think? He can't get old? His chin can't finally give up? Like, what the fuck? You.
No, it can't. No. Yes, the man that went up to light heavyweight and been battle tested, bro. Crawford doesn't have a chance in hell to knock out Canelo. That's why I said.
Well, I'm not saying he got a chance to knock him out, but I'm saying if you're Canelo, you're not taking a risk to give him an opportunity, brother.
It ain't gonna be no risk. That's why Canelo say, Turkey, make the ring smaller because Canelo gonna go for it. Crawford, that's why Crawford said just because he offering his money, I'm not gonna change my game plan and go for the knockout just because this man offering his money.
Just like Canelo ain't gonna change his game plan, but I gotta get to some other callers. But Canelo ain't gonna change his game plan either. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. A dude that's making $150 million, do he care about a bonus? Like, how much is the bonus? An extra mil? An extra 5 mil, like it don't matter unless that number matters. Unless that's a real number, then it's like, yeah, I gotta go for it because instead of 150 mil, I could take home 175, 200 mil. Like, are we talking about $25 million knockout bonus? Because then it matters. You got to tell me what percentage of their purse is the bonus. Because Crawford already getting 50 million. You think he about to go out there and get knocked out? Man, you tripping. Stock chasers.
Yo, Ness, what's good? How's my audio?
Straight.
Hey, yo, yesterday, right? I went to the beach, right? But I had enough time to catch that Sky Nicholson fight. Yo, shout outs to my girl, bro. She packed up, man. She packed up that girl, Carlos Campos Gonzalez, in two, bro. And that kind of surprised me, bro, because I was thinking, Sky was going to go in there, box her shoes off, man. But she went in there and went for the kill. Listen, man, Eddie Hearn needs to get on his job, bro. We need that Tiara Brown smoke back, man. We gotta get we gotta get a rematch, bro. We need that belt back. I think Scott Nicholson, man, that fight, she was doing really good in the first few rounds. But yo, this is an example. Because I know Turkey talking about shrinking rings and all this nonsense. Bro, like, yo, these dudes got to take some lessons from Tiara Brown, bro, because she did a hell of a job cutting that ring off on Scott Nicholson in the second half of that fight, bro. So any dudes that is struggling on cutting off rings, go watch that fight, bro, because she brought that A1 pressure, bro, and threw my girl Scott Nicholson all off in that fight in the second half, bro. So, yeah, the shrinking ring shit is dumb. It's stupid. Bro, I pray to God I don't see no dumb shit like that because, bro, that's bad for boxing, bro. At the end of the day, there's different styles of fighters, bro. Like, obviously, I like boxers, bro. Look, I'm not a big fan of the power shit. Like, I'm not a big, like, okay, power's cool, but I'm not a big fan of, bro, like, imagine that we do get a shrinking ring, bro. Like, you talking about Rock'em Sock'em for real, bro. You remember, like, Ness, you remember those little toys? I don't know if you got to play with them when you were young, but it was like a
The
red box.
blue bot and a red bot. It's called Rock'em
Yeah,
Sock'em Robots.
yo, that ass, like, bro, this is what we turning boxing into. That's nasty work, bro. I think a big part of boxing is feet work. You feel me? Footwork. Moving around the ring. Like, bro, this is nasty, bro. And at the end of the day, I hope Shakur ain't listening to none of this dumb shit and go and lose himself in that ring trying to be somebody he's not. Shakur's a boxer, bro. Like, we do not need to see Shakur going blow for blow with Cepeda because he
That's what
fucking
I'm
around and get
saying.
knocked the
Yo,
fuck out.
I'm laughing at y'all really thinking that this ring shit is possible. There's literally no way for that to happen unless they calling a timeout to retie that ring apron. It's impossible to make an apron and padding shrink with the ring. I could see you building a whole steel and aluminum ring so that it can be hydraulic underneath and it can shrink the ropes. And even the ropes could be on a hydraulic. So as they shrink, they also get tight. But the apron and the padding, you can't get past that. The floorboards. You telling me they about to fight on a metal ring? They need floorboards. Boxers are used to, it's 4x8 plywood from Home Depot. That's impossible to shrink in real time.
Yeah, no, like I don't believe Ness like it's a physical thing, bro. But this might be like, even if it's not physical, like, are we talking about the judges seeing the fight differently? If someone is still moving around, boxing, moving around the ring,
the only thing you can
do, are we looking at them differently?
I got it, Turkey. Here goes my free idea. So you get 4 ropes. No different than the red. You know when you were in VIP, they got the little. You click the rope to let the people in. So you get some sort of something that you can tie the rope to the rope. And then you make 4 ropes cutting off some of the ring. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, Ness, but let's not push this shit. This is nasty, bro. We don't need that, bro. In
And that's
boxing, there's
actually
different
the
styles of fighters.
fastest. That's actually the fastest way. You just that could be done in 1 minute. If you got, let's say, 8 people, 2 people per rope, 4 ropes, 1 on each side. You just throw it to one, bam, he clips it, the other one clips it, boom, everybody's done, and the shit's shorter. That's actually the best way. You just need a new set of ropes.
Yo, peep this before I jump off. Look, look, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Alberto Puello is a perfect example of somebody who moves around the ring and still is aggressive punching back. You get what I'm saying? Like, but listen, let's not take anything away from Shakur. Let's not take away anything from Devin Haney, Sky Nicholson, the boxers of the world, bro. Like at the end of the day, I hope that this isn't like, bro, it's just I don't see it being good for boxing, bro. There's different styles. Styles make fights. This ain't good at all. Even if you're saying it, bro, it sounds dumb and it sounds like you're like pretty much siding with one side. Like it just doesn't make any sense, Nas. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think anything like that will happen. But even if it's pushing the judges to look at the fight differently, that sucks. But anyway, man, this is my call. Shout out Scott Nicholson. We need that fucking rematch, man, with Tiara Brown.
She was in a tune-up and she was on prelims, bro. She don't deserve no
Yo, I
rematch.
feel you. But Scott Nicholson, man, listen, she sells tickets out there. Everybody know who she is. Stop the cap, man.
Yeah, but
let's get it done,
look
man.
how far she's dropped. She went from main event Sky to prelim Sky.
Bro, that's what happens. That's what happens when you lose, bro. She got to build it back. She got to build it back.
She was on before the bell. That's wild.
I know,
so
bro.
much for the rumors of Eddie and you know.
Yeah, man. All right, now thanks for having me. Y'all be easy, bro.
Peace. Oh, let me Edwin, my bad. You right. I read boxing. You put level of boring. Same argument though. Same argument. They're not the same in my opinion. If you're watching this on X Live streaming video, go ahead and hit that retweet, repost. Let's get the word out. We rocking and rolling. We rocking and rolling. Sunday morning recap. Weekend recap. Talking boxing. Also discussing the Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev third fight. And will it actually happen? It's looking like it's not. Bivol, actually Beterbiev coming out saying that Bivol's trying to age him out. His words, man. In his own words. He literally asked Bivol, how old does he have to be to get the third fight? So he feels that Bivol is trying to age him out. Pat Bondero, Pat, my bad. Quest is on you. I'll be right with you, Pat. My bad.
1 2 1 2. How my audio?
Straight Quest.
What's up? Happy Sunday, man. What's going on, Ness, man? Salute to the TBV community. Yeah, I wasn't gonna call in, but I'm on a little streak right now, and I didn't watch the fights this weekend, so I didn't really have too much to say about it. But a couple of stuff kind of pissed me off. The Bivol stuff coming out that kind of made me upset. That stuff, and the Jack Catterall stuff.
Enjoy.
How the hell?
My bad.
Ness, I got a question though. Do you believe Jack Catterall should have got that win, or you think it should have been no contest? I just want to hear your thoughts on that. I like incidental cuts.
I ain't watched that shit. But remember, when you get cuts, you go to the scorecards. So it's whoever's up on the points.
Just saying.
That's how it works.
Do you agree with that though?
Yeah, that's how it's always been. Can't get mad at that.
Man, I don't like that, man. I think it should go to no contest and immediate rematch, man. But hey, man, I don't know. But yeah. But
man,
I didn't watch the fight.
They got windy over there, champ.
Yeah, it's almost a little chilly out here. You know what I'm saying?
Where the hell you at? Where's summer?
I'm outside right now. I'm just chilling. But yeah, it's a little windy. It's good weather. You know what I'm saying? Good weather. Feel good out here. But yeah, to the topic. Then you got me missing on what I'm about to say. Damn, Ness. What I was gonna go with? Yeah. I just think he should have rematch it. I don't like the incidental cuts and go to the scorecards. You know what I'm saying? Finish the fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how we can People can head clash, but front door can hit a nigga with his elbow and go to the court on scorecards, man. You know, so I just don't get it. I can elbow you on accident, but I can't headbutt you on accident. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But I watched the highlights. The highlights was even trash. You know what I'm saying? Glad I didn't waste my time watching that fight, man. The highlights was trash. I mean, I couldn't even watch the highlights, and it was 2 minutes long. I couldn't even finish the highlights. But
damn,
yeah,
2 minutes long? That's nasty. If all they put out was 2 minutes from the zone.
I mean, it was kind of like a lot of like just, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of hugging, a lot of like just they were just clashing a lot, and it wasn't really entertaining. You know, the highlights, man, it really showed it was not a good fight. But Bivol, he's the biggest duck right now, man. The Mexican monster, man, showing y'all, man, this ducks are real. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna turn down a fight, an $8 million offer fight with the Mexican monster, your biggest payday, the biggest star in the division? Turn that down, and you turn down a trilogy that people are looking forward to seeing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about looking forward.
I mean, someone called in earlier and said they were looking forward to seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's people out there want to see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't mind it. You know, I feel like it was two good, fairly good fights. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing it again. But yeah, man, people, he on some other shit, man. Fuck people. You can't trust a nigga that's on beating on his wife. That's my call.
Richard Steele stops the
Quest, they said you capping, man. They said it's a 7-minute highlight reel. Pat Bandito.
Yo, you hear me?
What up, Pat?
Hey, ¿qué la que hay?
Chillin'.
Hey, man, I think that Turkey's stuff is, I think it's just capping to me.
Word.
And I think it's just to bring attention to the event. That's probably what he's doing, stuff like that. So to make people talk, you know what I'm saying? And also, like, I was thinking about what you said about the, you know, like putting the rope like in front of another one, and then taking them out, putting them in, you know, like during the
in between the round.
The round. Yeah, between the round. But when you think about it, first of all, like you have to be super fast, and you can use few people at the same time.
Yeah, no, you use 8 people. 8 people, 2 per rope.
Yeah.
Only 4 ropes.
Yeah,
it's simple.
It's a possibility, but at the same time, I'm not even sure if it's a safety. You really have to be careful with the safety of the thing.
In which way?
So, like, you know, if you put like a rope in front of another one, then technically your arm, if you know, like if you, let's say like someone puts you on the rope, and you're defending yourself on the rope, one of your arm can get stuck between the rope that's behind.
No. All right, so there's 4 corners, right?
Yeah,
there's a blue and a red, and then there's 2 neutral white corners. All you're gonna do is from the red and the white corner, right? You're gonna walk, let's say 2 feet, because I seen someone, because I got to answer to everything. I'm a fucking Gemini, you losers in the chat. Someone in the chat said, oh, Ness, you can't do it because of regulations and the contract. Okay, so cool. We contracted an 18-foot ring and 16, and then we go from 18 to 16 in between the fight. And then how you do it is from the red corner to the white corner, you're going to have 4 people on the white side, 4 people on the red side. Once that bell rings and the corner is working on the fighter in the red corner, they're in the ring. I'm talking about the corner men are in the ring talking to their fighter. Now you get in the ring and you give them 2 feet. That's it. You put the new ropes 2 feet. So now that corner is still there, but there's a new corner. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I'm talking about when the fighters start to fight. Like now, it means that
you'll never reach the other corner though. Your arm, how's your arm gonna? It's 2 feet away. You went from 18 to 16. You can't even reach the other corner. You get what I'm saying? You're
I
chopping
guess,
the ring. You're chopping 2 feet off the ring because you're using rope. So now there's a rectangle, right? Let me turn this off. I wish I could draw. There's a rectangle now that's dead space.
I see what you mean. Yeah. I got it.
Bro,
I didn't realize that.
That shit is totally
I didn't realize
doable.
that. I didn't realize actually that there were like 2 feet, like your arms wouldn't be able to touch the actual previous rope. So,
I mean, the only way is if you're leaning on the ropes and you're and you're trying to touch the rope. Like, why would a fighter's hands be so Sounds too complicated. No, you're wilding, Bandalorian. You're not using your imagination. There's nothing. Okay, I'm gonna give you another example. Think of Olympic-sized pools. If you've ever swam in an Olympic-sized pool, there's these floating ropes that have circles on them.
Yeah.
Bro, you just hook and unfucking hook. If an Olympic-sized pool has those on, you can only swim in the lanes. When they take them off, it's a big-ass pool. Like, people are so not intelligent.
Yeah. You have to do it the same way, but backwards. But when you think about it, really, like, as far as
Paul, hold on. I got to get to some other calls. Let me get back to you. Paulie, I need you to call in. There's no way it could be done remotely. My brain isn't computing that. Come call in and show us how can it be done remotely. Insane. It's impossible because you got the mat, you got the cushion, you got the plywood underneath. So the simplest way is adding ropes. Darius Flowers, what up?
Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Hey, shout out Ness, TBV. Usually there's panel members. Shout out to them and all the work they're doing. I'm a diehard listener. I listen mainly just because TBV is where I go to for the boxing news. I see a lot of these people jump channel to channel and do the same thing over and over. About the topic, I really wasn't big on the fight initially. It is what it is. There's better matchups. Yesterday's topic, I'm cool with the fight card overall. Good matchups. With your idea with the ring shrinking, the only automatic thing I could think of is if the apron somehow spin and pulls the type's ropes tighter. Aside from that, your idea is probably what's going to happen.
Wait. What do you mean apron spins?
You know, like, think of like a fishing pole, how that rod spins and it pulls and it wraps the string around the rod. Somehow, if Turkey can afford some expensive aprons that have a spinning mechanism,
but what about the
where
pole? No. If you ever been to a gym, remember though that ring is tied around the not the turnbuckle, but the ring post.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying it's probably going to be your idea. I don't see any other way unless it's something suspended like WWE from pillars from the top that have the spinning or close in from the top, and those are used as the aprons. But outside of that, I think the VIP ropes is probably what's going to happen. But I'm not with it, so it is what it is. But I only really called in because I sent you a couple timestamps. As I said,
That's a good idea, IVS. But again, if those corners that shift inward, it's gonna need a rope tightening system because as you go in, the ropes will get looser. But yes, you sent me some DMs.
Yeah, man. So I only normally I got called a troll. I didn't know trolls use their real name on all platforms. But I only really have spite with people that call in and only have negative things to say. We know dribble lip, dribble lip, dribble lip, dribble lip, Tip Bayless. Like, you got to say it with the ESPN jingle. But him, James Benitez, Dirty Cop, Fake Cop, Top Flight Security, and Quest. All those three guys are just it's constant negative. It's like, for what? But if Quest 17, Border Wars, James Benitez, I'm closer to weight to them, I'll whoop their ass.
James ain't a fighter, man. He's a lover. You seen he was in Jamaica.
I'm not a fighter. I never been in he got way more experience than me. He got training. He got Yeah, I would say people would probably say he's the favorite if they seen the
We need
tail of
footage.
the tape.
We need footage, not tell of the tape. We gotta see how you looking, how you punching,
I'm looking,
how you
I'm
sparring.
looking flabby, 200, 5'6", ugly. You see my picture as my default, like. But if you need actual footage, I'll get the tripod, shadow box. I never been in the gym outside of picking up my brother. He used to spar Jamal James
Oh shit.
years ago, but yeah,
Wait, so what, you were from Minnesota or something?
yeah.
Oh
But I live in
shit.
AZ.
Okay. Okay.
Big,
Shout
big,
out to
big Minnesota
shout
boy.
out to you, man. You got the freak away from that cold over there.
Man, never going back unless it's to visit, bro.
I'm trying to tell these people don't get it, bro. Got to run from them damn fucking snowstorms. I hate them.
I'll tell you. But yeah, that's I apologize always hitting the inbox with stuff, but
Nah, you
I'm always
straight.
like I'm always like out of the box thinking, and I'm still trying to figure out what was going on with Schofield's glove, bro. Like
I seen that video
he,
you sent.
he had one on, one off. You seen the dude trailing him, trying to get it from him and stuff. So it's like I don't know. I'm always
But that was
trying
the
to.
left
I don't know,
hand that
man.
was still on. It was the right hand that caused all the problems. Right
Which
hand
is
was
why they were so quick to get it, and
no, but that's
but
the
why
thing.
wouldn't they get
Commission
both?
has that right hand, which is the right hand that landed the first right shot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm always just like if it's something I'm not used to seeing, I'm gonna question it. Like usually with fights, once they get called, especially that early, there's time to kill, so they take the gloves off, and then during the you see the wraps. But I don't know. I'm always suspicious, and I never seen Tevin get done like that. I never even heard him get done like that in sparring with crappy equipment, nothing. So but what I will say, Tevin is, if you look at his last 8 fights, his defense isn't as what it used to be. He uses his face to parry a lot, and Schofield took advantage of that. But yeah, I don't want to, you know.
Face to
But yeah,
Perry's nasty word.
I mean, if you look at 135 or 130 Tevin when he was running down on GTD, uh, Javante, he actually was moving out of the way of the punches. With against Mordecai and
I
Zepeda.
mean, he's
It
older,
was
bro. He's older. You know, them reflexes slowed down. And remember, his game is like Roy's. It was always off athleticism, being slick.
exactly,
You know, that shit
exactly.
slows down.
But yeah, man, I don't know, man. I'm still not 100% sold on Schofield, especially when they got out right after the fight. They're like, "Oh, we want Shakur's belt. We want Shakur's belt." And then now they're like, "Belts don't matter." But on every other podcast, they're saying they're going to be the greatest boxer. But how can you be the greatest with no accolades? So I don't know, man. That's why I say I'm more of a fan of TBV because I know I'm gonna get 2 shows a day, maybe 3 on Wednesdays. I'm gonna get the live fight chats, and it's dependable. I'm more of a fan of the show than boxing. So salute to you and everybody else, but I just mainly wanted to tap in and let Quest know if he really wants to, pop that cherry, we can make it happen. James Benitez want to come out of retirement, not Duck Supermax, who's a real threat, somebody who's just an internet typer like me. Like it is what it is. I drop the ducks when James calls. I drop the wolves when Dribble Lip calls. And Quest, I still got to figure out what emote I'm gonna use on that. I think I'm gonna do Candy because he's sweet, but
Damn.
I don't know. We gonna see. But salute Ness, salute everybody, and if no one calls in later, I'll double back for some more you know shits and giggles. But salute to you, happy Sunday, and I'm gonna get back to it.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Damn, man. My boy Magdomed Karabanov lost. It's nasty work. He lost yesterday, bro. That's insane. I can't believe it. He lost a split decision in a title eliminator, bro. And he lost to a dude with like 11 fights, bro. 28 years old, 11 fights. He's also from Russia. Pavel Sosulin or Sosulin. Damn, I can't believe Karabanov. That's nasty work, man. He's not. Damn, bro. He's not. He wasn't able to bounce back after that loss to Madrimov, man. I mean, he got a win, and then look, somehow. First of all, he got a win after a loss in the vacant title shot, and that was enough to put him in an eliminator for the belt again, and he lost that. So, but that, I mean, he took on an undefeated dude, man. Damn. And dude's power is only 54%. I mean, it was a split decision, so it wasn't like he got outboxed. But damn, that's bad for Karabanov, man. I was high on that dude. Stock chases with a counter, but you're not there. What up?
Hey, yo, Ness, how I sound?
Straight.
Hey, yo, hold on, man. What's good? I forgot to mention. Yo, can we pack up this Anthony Yard fight and sub in Bivol, bro? If they not doing that trilogy right now, like, why are we wasting time? I forgot to mention that. Why are we wasting
Turkey,
time?
bro. He gonna have to offer that, right? He got to offer that. Like,
bro, he got to make that happen, bro, because this is just a waste of time.
I mean, but does Bivol want time off? Is that what he's looking for? Is that why the fight with Beterbiev ain't happen?
How much time Bivol need off, though? How much time he need off?
I don't know, bro.
We're talking about November, bro.
He just had two back-to-back tough fights, and you know, I'm sure if you check his resume, they've all been tough.
Yo, if we could sub in Bivol for Anthony Yard, this is the best card of all time, man. Nah, let me stop. But it's one of those ones, though. If we could sub that out, bro. Now, I'm going to keep it real. Ain't nobody trying to see that Anthony Yard shit, bro. Ain't nobody trying to see that, man.
Really?
And then you know what's, bro, you know what's nasty work?
What's wrong with that fight, bro?
Bro, but why you trying to co-main it with Devin the Dream Haney and Norman Jr.?
There's rumors he might be main. There's rumors he might be main.
Bro, hold on, man. There's no way in hell that we gonna co-main Devin Haney and Norman Jr. with Anthony Yard, bro. He's like, come on, man. That doesn't even make sense. That's nasty. Like, bro, if you subbing Bivol,
you can't be worried about the position of the cards because at one point or another, your favorite fighter is gonna be an undercard fighter on Turkey Al-Sheikh card. So it shouldn't matter. It's just a great card.
I hear that. And then another thing. Why is Ryan Garcia now coming out the woodwork asking Devin Haney to fight him in the White House when apparently your man, this dude ain't even on drug testing right now. So what is he doing? He's on steroids trying to build up his energy for his next fight? Because apparently he ain't being tested per Devin.
I mean, he's out of competition. Who gets tested out of competition? He's also rehabilitating a hand surgery, so he's probably on some sort of medication that can flag him for the pain and for healing.
Yeah, you know what's lit though? That Conor Ben said, yo, for the right price, he's willing to scrap Garcia. I think that's a fire fight. That's a fire fight. What you think?
Didn't he say 15 million or some shit?
Yeah, he said 15 million. He's wilding, but bro, I mean, the Turkey got the bag, bro.
Conor Ben is just a talker. Y'all gotta learn how to distinguish clout chasing. That sparring was clout chasing. This is clout chasing at its finest. Let me show you something. This man has a contract signed fight with a 160-pound fight with Chris Eubank Jr. But the other day he's saying Shakur and Devin are boring and run around and should be out of boxing. Yesterday he's saying a welterweight in Ryan Garcia. 35-pound Shakur, newly welterweight Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. He not even talking about dudes in his division except that one fake domestic fight. Like, these dudes are clout chasers, bro. He's never been a world champion, and he hasn't fought world caliber fighter yet. Chris Eubank has never won a world title. Like, Conor Benn is a underachiever. He's
Oh,
supposed to be
oh,
as good as his father, and he hasn't won a world title.
hold on, bro. I'm 100% confident that if they can make that fight happen, and we want to see, who don't want to see Garcia versus Conor Benn? That's Ness. I think you're wrong. That's a good
I
fight.
think that you're letting him clout chase Americans. He's only talking about American names smaller than him while having a fucking UK domestic level fight at 60 and never won a world title. He never been in a world class fight. He never beat an elite fighter. He's living off his father's name. Y'all give so many fucking passes. What has he done? Let me look up his age. Conor
Damn, bro.
Benn.
What Conor Benn did to you, though, man?
Bro,
damn.
I just don't get why we be clout chasing and giving dudes hype. He's 28 years. Danny Garcia, that's always been my reference point. If you've been listening to this show for 10 years, you know. I always go to Danny Garcia at 27 was a 2-division champ. 3-belt unified and lineal. 1-time WBC at 47. This man is about to be 30. We got the nerve to call Frank Martin that at least fought an elite level fighter in Tank. We called him a 30-year-old prospect. Who the fuck is Conor then?
Hold on. So can I make a comment then? So then what that make Brian Newman Jr.? Because he got a belt, but he ain't fight no ex-champion for the belt. He ain't fight ex-champion in his life. So what that make Newman Jr.?
He fought an undefeated contender. Where's Conor Benn's undefeated contender? Where's Conor Benn's Giovanni Stantillan? Where?
Bro, hold on, bro. But you can't defend one and not the other, bro. Like,
what am I defending? And I'm not. I mean, you losing me right now. One dude hasn't fought on the world level. One dude has. You know why? Because he was in a title eliminator and then he won an interim. That's a championship fight. He was elevated. Conor Benn has never been in a championship fight, my brother.
No, I understand. I understand where you're coming from. I see your angle. But one thing I am gonna say, bro, like Conor Benn, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but bro, I like seeing them scrap, bro. Like out of all those UK dudes, I like Conor Benn though. I like him.
Yeah,
I like the way he fights.
You like him because he's fighting C-level fighters. Adrian Granados from Chicago never won a world title. Biggest accomplishment was beating undefeated Amir Iman, and he wasn't able to capitalize off that momentum. Chris Algieri was a champion at 140 pounds 30 years ago. Conor fought him. That's his only former world champion he's ever fought. Chris Van Heerden, never world title, fringe contender, C-level fighter just like Granados. Samuel Vargas, good guy from Canada, C-level fighter. Rodolfo Orozco, C or D-level fighter. Peter Dobson, I ain't even going to disrespect. Y'all know what grades. Come on, like, what is he doing out here, bro? Y'all out here talking about a dude that don't deserve no airtime, bro. And
but you know what's crazy though? For how they trying to set up Eubank and Canelo. But how they trying to put Eubank in with Canelo though? Like, isn't that crazy though? Like, this is happening from all angles.
It's not crazy. Canelo always wanted a UK fight, and Canelo gets to pick, just like Tank gets to pick, just like Mayweather got to pick. That's different. We talking about giving airtime to somebody. Yeah, let's talk about Esselman. He's better. Let's talk about a dude that fought. At least he fought Josh Taylor, former world champ, former undisputed. You know, like my man fought Chris Algieri in 2021, bro. Like, come on, bro. Let's knock it off. Y'all promoting the wrong people.
I hear that. All right, bro. Thanks for having me.
But everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I don't mean to, you can say what you want. I just got to give my side of the story. Like, who the fuck is Conor Benn? But a clout chaser, an American clout chaser. He talking about a 35-pounder in Shakur, talking about a newly welterweight in Devin, and a new welterweight in Ryan while having a signed fight with a 60-pounder that never won a world title. I don't, why we even talking about it? Why we believing in this dude? What has he done? Chris Algieri is the biggest name on his resume that he actually beat. Big Hearn, $5. Wait, Did Brian Norman Jr. really stop Tank twice in sparring and leave him bloody? Now Tank out here giving him shout outs and showing love on Twitter. What's the big deal? Didn't fucking Earl give Floyd a black eye? And Earl was out, and Floyd was out here, you know, saying Earl was next up and using him as a roadblock for Keith Thurman. I mean, why can't motherfuckers give love? That's called passing the torch. Lake County, $2. What's wrong with Yard? I like this fight with David. Me too, bro. It's crazy. Can't believe they hating on him. And I get it, you know, after the Canelo Bud conversation, everybody want to fight a champ or former world champ just in case you got someone across from you saying you ain't fight nobody. $2 C-Dub. If Bivol duck Arthur, David Winner face Bivol 2026. If Bivol duck, excuse me, I read that wrong. If Bivol duck, Arthur David Winner face Bivol in 2026. I highly doubt Arthur's about to fight young David Benavidez for one belt. I don't see it. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. B. Paulie, what up?
Yo, what up, though? You can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's good, though? TBV in the building. My man. Hey, you check your inbox on Discord, yo?
Will do.
Yeah, I got that diagram pulled up, man. A little mock-up real quick. I think the ring joint can be done. I think it's a horrible idea, though. That's for sure. I wouldn't want to see nothing like that. Not for no maybe in a exhibition or something like that, but not no real ranked match. I wouldn't see nothing like that. But yeah, pull that joint up, bro. Like I said, I think the rope posts could be moved. They can be on a track, motorized, and you can move it back and forth remotely. You don't really need like 8 dudes to do that. And you see where that green dot is now?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where you can have on each corner, or maybe on 2 corners, opposite corners, you can have some type of automated spool that can be controlled remotely to tighten up the ropes. But that's my idea for real, though. And it will be non-invasive to the fighters too. Because like I said, that where that red line is, the track wouldn't extend beyond the turnbuckle.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't
But that's the thing. That red
on the
line.
fighters.
That's the thing. That red line is a track. It's also got to not intrude because if you extend the ring to the normal
It can be
contracted
covered.
weight, yeah, that's what I'm
It can
saying.
be covered with like a automated like a flap door thing where it lock it in, boom, and then when it goes to extend out or push in, it opens the trap and it allows it to move forward or backward, and then it locks it back in place. You see what I'm saying? Like I seen shit like this in freight, shipping. I seen shit like this similar to this as far as how they move big shit around. You know what I'm saying? Crane type shit, construction. It can be done, but it's a horrible idea, bro. I think this is probably one of the best ways to do it with the least amount of manpower and more high-tech way to do it. That and or have the ropes actually extended from the top.
They call this Squid Games hilarious.
It is Squid Game. That's why it's some bullshit. But look, if you extend it from the top, like somebody mentioned, like if you had a similar setup from the top though, extending from the ceiling, that can definitely be done similar to what I drew up. Because it's very easy to do it if it's from the ceiling. But it's a horrible idea, bro. But it's simple. I think it can be done. I don't want to see that shit at all. Don't get it fucked up, Ness. I don't want to see that shit at all.
They saying you already inboxed Turkey idea.
Nah, I ain't inbox. Hey, if he do, he better give me my cut. Shit. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I don't want to see that, man. If it's exhibition, that's cool, but not for no official rank fight, man. Say that for the the YouTubers and stuff like that. They can do something like that.
Yo, the chat brutal. Y'all terrible. Talking about they selling tinfoil hats. Don't be mad because Turkey put it out there and he got motherfuckers thinking. I know it's cat, but
I hope it's cat for real.
People
That shit ain't talking
coming up
about
with
nothing.
ideas now. They coming up with ideas on how to get it done.
Did you show it on the screen there?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. But that's my idea though, bro. That's why I think it could be done similar like that.
He said if Turkey saw this, he'd be laughing at us. That's what you think. He'd be laughing till he'd be like, damn, we can actually do that shit.
That boy better send B Party a check. But yeah, man, I'll tap in with you in a minute, Ness, man. Keep grinding. Salute. RIP your boy Spider Rico, man. Sad news. Keep the energy up, guys, man. I love all y'all. Been listening forever, man. I know all y'all guys, man. I hear all y'all voices. Salute to you guys, man. Keep the hard work up, Ness, man. We love you, bro.
They said barbed wire rope. Y'all nasty, bro.
Hell no, that's definitely Squid Games. I'm out though. I'll tap in with you in a minute.
All right.
All right.
Yo, man. Last call for callers, and that's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. You're trying to get your opinion off for the weekend recap and the news and notes. Now is the time. My man said electrical ropes. Y'all nasty. Yeah, man. I don't know. Damn, what kind of screen name is that? YHWH Ray. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know. I wish he would be tuning in. Last call for callers. Oh, shit. Okay. Tim Boski. Tim Boski. Yo, 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 yo. DGC Tate.
Yo, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Yo, shout out to the Boxing Voice. Salute Ness. Salute to the chat. We live from 125th in Harlem right now. So salute. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. We gotta start somebody gotta get Turkey an advisor, man. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what caller said it a little while ago, but shit. Dudes with money, they just be hella controlling and manipulative, man. You know what I'm saying? Same thing he doing with Bam. I don't like how he pre-announcing, another fight with Puma, with Bam, got a fight next week. He doing all this little weird tactics on Shakur and all that, man.
But you don't like
Man,
the
niggas got my
pressure?
man shit.
You don't like the pressure he's trying to add on these fighters to perform? That's all I think it is. Like, for Bam, it's like, bro, look at the carrot I got for you. All you got to do is win. For Shakur, it's like, look, you saying you that dude? Well, show us you
Oh
that
shit.
dude.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah,
it's
I like the
motivation.
pressure. I think he should like maybe keep it under wraps or like at least wait until like you feel me, Bam beat Kafu. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's a little disrespectful to the opponents. Like I feel what you saying, but like give him a little motivation and shit. But he got to have a little bit decorum with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean, I
He
think
treating yeah
his biggest issue is that he's not saying the winner gets a Puma. You know what I'm saying?
right
So that's the
right yeah. He should have
disrespectful
said
part.
that.
He
Yeah,
he should be like, look, the winner gets to fight Fernando Daniel Martinez on such and such card versus just like, yo, only Bam.
facts. Yeah, man. Hey, go ahead and go send him Coco, man, your assistant, man. He needs somebody to like keep him in line a little bit or something, man. Have Floyd pull up on him, like, you know what I'm saying? As far as the better be Bivol shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's kind of another thing I feel like Turkey just forcing on us. I ain't gonna lie, they could keep that fight. I feel like Bivol got robbed the first time around, and then they double backed it on the second one. So I'm not surprised they really pushing it right now, and as to somebody point, I think, Bivol is Turkey guy, so that's how it be. It's a big fight week though, man. Shit, I wish I was staying out here for another week to catch that Shakur fight. Catch Berlanga. I definitely got Berlanga in that in the fight against Shiraz. I think he got to move his head though. I fuck with Berlanga's style. He real accurate, but as far as defense, I don't know. He just be looking like a heavy bag sometimes. So he gonna have to have some do some parrying or something. Um, Man, yeah, that Jack Catterall fight. I tried to tune into that shit, but that shit was boring as hell. So shit, I cut that shit off, man. Just hit the block. Uh, but yeah, but salute you, Ness. Short call, but yeah, I'm out.
All right, champ. Hawk, Maryland.
Yo, Ness.
Yo, Hawk.
How you doing today? Happy Sunday, Ness.
Likewise.
Another day, another day, and another mood. Hey, yeah, I like that. Damn, I like David Beterbiev, the monster. I like Benavidez fight. I like that fight, man. That boy,
Versus Yard.
yeah, that I like that fight with Yard, bro. That Yard gonna give a good account of himself early. He come to fight early. He might gas out later because he carries so much muscle. But he gonna give a good little account of himself. And Benavidez is gonna do that truck move where he run over top of him. But I got him. I got it being a really good fight. Now the Bivol and Bivol better be. I mean, they can fight 20 more times, bro. It's gonna look the same every time. Something about them two, that fight gonna look the same. And I think Bivol beat both fights. So I mean, if they come down, they come down. I'd rather see Bivol take David, monster fight after he beat this next fight. I'd rather see Bivol fighting the monster. And as far as that, you was talking about the two boys over there, Chris Eubank Jr. and Connor Ben. That's the UK's Gotti Ward, bro. That's the UK's Gotti Ward out there. That's their Gotti Ward. You know, that Gotti Ward fight was all a big deal, but them
Nah,
dudes.
fam. Nah, we ain't gonna let you do that. I'm pretty sure Gotti had a WBC belt, right? Pretty sure Gotti
Yeah,
was a
Gotti has
champ.
belt. No question. Gotti has
None of
belt.
these dudes are champs, man. None of these dudes are champs. Shout out to them though. They was able to milk the system off their daddy's last name.
No question, no question. But I'm talking about the fight itself, how they just meet in the middle ring and just swing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they like. They like that that I don't know what you call it when two dudes just bang it out like that. But they
Rock'em
like that.
sock'em robots.
Rock'em sock'em. There you go. So yeah, that's their Gotti Ward. That's their little rock'em sock'em. They want to see them two get together. That fight gonna look the same too. I can't see no difference in that fight when they fight. But yeah, like you said, Conor Ben doing all that, so he ain't established there's no fighter. So right. We'll have to wait and see if he get taken serious after this next one then. But other than that, man, like I said, I'm just waiting to see the monster. I like that fight. And I think that boy gonna give a good account of himself trying to beat the monster, but David gonna crush him. Other than that, man, TBV number one. Ness, I appreciate you, my brother.
All right. UK fans butthurt talking about pay-per-view buys, man. Kick rocks. We talking about world titles. Gotti Ward never sold 650,000. We don't care about your pay-per-views. Where that world title at, man? Where that world title at? H-Town.
What up, Ness?
What up, H?
Grand Rising King.
It's me.
Yeah, man, they come in the building, but nah, man, hey, stop hating on them English guys, man. They go to engage. People want to see fights, man. We don't want to see all this running. Leave that shit for the amateurs of the Olympics, you know. But ring size, man. I don't know, man. I'm here and there about that. I would just say just put a regular size ring, the norm. Don't I don't care about a super small ring or a super big ring. Just go with the regular size goddamn ring. Boxers got a box, but I just don't want to see the running, man. There's a difference between boxing and running. People keep on acting like it's the same thing.
Did you watch yesterday's fight with Jack Catterall and Harlem Shake Eubank?
Nah, I actually missed it, man. I'm gonna go back and watch it though.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. If you're talking about running, why are you gonna go do that?
Oh, but I mean, But yeah, man, and nah, man, I want to see the trilogy, man. Like let's get it over with. Get it over with, and then move on. Then David could have a shot, or whoever could have their shot. And David might not make it past yard, man. People think he's gonna just go in there and top yard or something, man. First of all, he didn't look good against the only one actual 175 pounder he's fought. This is gonna be the second one he fights. We don't even know how good he is at 175 yet, man.
You a
People are
natural
crazy, man.
born David hater. How you gonna say he ain't look
Bro,
good against fucking Vazdek, bro? He beat the shit out of
bro.
Vazdek. So for
Man,
you,
he didn't
David
look
needed,
good, bro.
yeah, for
Get
you,
out of here.
David needed to get a stoppage in order for you to give him a passing grade. Like you're
And
literally
he
here
got a
saying
C.
that he looked
He passed.
bad.
He passed with a C.
No,
He
you
passed
said
with a
you
C.
said he looked bad. That's a lie. You didn't
Yeah,
watch
well,
the
a C
fight.
ain't good, bro. A C ain't good. If you're
My
supposed to be an A class
my
fighter, you're
brother,
supposed
you
to have A
giving him a
class
C,
performances.
but you giving him a C because you didn't watch the fight. You
Well,
didn't
I
watch.
watched the fight. I watched the
Impossible.
fight. I
Impossible.
did.
Not saying what
Bro, I
you
watched the
saying is
fight.
impossible.
Nah, man. Hey, I just ain't biased, man.
You ain't
It is
biased.
what it is. Come on, I know you. You
You
know
ain't
you.
biased, but you the only one
You
think
got.
that Yard is
You got.
dangerous.
Hey, he's dangerous, man. Watch him catch
Bro,
David.
this a
See if he don't
tune
go
up.
down.
This a tune up for David because he been through the ringer, bro. Look at his resume. He's been
Yeah.
only in tough fights, so they
Yeah.
owed him this.
230-pound man fighting 168 pounders.
Oh
Tough
my
fight. Get
God,
out
we
of here.
crying for real
Get out
today.
of here, bro.
We crying for
Get
real
out of here.
today.
6'4", 6'3",
N-
230 pounds, fighting
Go ahead.
168 pounders.
Say the other thing you dying to say. He only brings 25 pounds to the ring.
Nah. This is reality, bro. This is what he is. The guy's a goddamn cruiserweight shrinking down to fight 175ers and 68 pounders. Come on, man. All this guy. See, this is what I hate about our American boxers. Why do we got to cut so much damn weight to compete?
Stop hating. If you make the weight, you get to fight at that weight
Man,
class.
bro, that's just crazy, dude. I don't even know how you support that,
When
man.
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. used to do it, I ain't see you having no complaints.
Man, that dude was trash too.
But he did it, and you ain't complaining.
Shit.
Shit.
When did he fight? He's trash, man.
Bro, my man used to go up fucking 28 pounds. 22, excuse me, not 28,
Man,
22.
dude. You didn't make an excuse because your boy cuts 40 pounds to make the weight, man.
Hey, he moved up. You should be
Yeah, I'm happy for him. We'll see what happens
you shouldn't be so
when he fights
scared
that killer.
anymore. He moved up. He not in your boy
We'll see
weight
we'll
class.
see how he takes them real chingazos with them killers his size.
I wonder why you ain't backing him now that he's not in Canelo's weight class. Nothing for you to be scared of.
Who you talking about?
David, why you can't back your fellow
David?
Mexican now that he's not in Canelo's weight class? Nothing for you to be
He's
scared
not
of.
Mexican, bro. He's a Mexican.
Oh my Lord, look at you.
He ain't Mexican, cuz.
Damn, we
Come on
got
now.
Mexican elitists here, man. Wow, he's
No,
not
not
Mexican.
elitist, dog. Just
He's not
factual,
Mexican
factual.
enough. He's not Mexican enough
And,
now.
and he's American too. He wasn't born in Mexico.
Oh my God, what's his blood?
His blood is Ecuadorian,
Nasty.
Dominican,
Nasty.
Mexican. He's Latino, man. Hey, yeah, cool, Latino.
Why you being racist to your fellow Mexican, bro?
I'm not being racist, man. These are facts.
You being racist to your fellow Mexican,
Nah,
bro.
man.
We experienced
You
that
can
in the
say
DR, man.
you can say
Whiter,
prejudice. You can say prejudice, but not racist.
okay, well, prejudice, whatever you are, bro. Something wrong with you, though.
Nothing wrong with me, bro.
I gotta
Pointing out
go,
the
bro.
facts,
We got some
man.
other
I'm
callers, but
out.
yo,
H-Town, baby.
leave
Viva
that David
Mexico.
hate alone. Diga Viva Mexico. Bo Rogers, what up?
What up, man?
What up?
Hey, I think that's for damn fucked up that they ain't gonna let that man get his rematch after everybody made such a big deal about it and moved stuff around. That's why David was smart to go ahead and get that belt. And one thing I have seen about them belts, all you need is one of them. If you got one belt, you got leverage. Now, Beterbiev ain't got no type of. He had all the belts. Now he ain't got no leverage. He got to wait. He on this man time. Hey, get murked, fucking with Turk. That's what get done wrong. He get a damn temper tantrum. Can't have his way about something that he just pull away from the whole thing. But y'all, but hey, that's your man. But it is what it is.
Hey,
I just want.
yo. Wow. Shout out to Turkey. He's a funny one.
What they do now?
I'll wait till after your call. This hilarious, though.
Turkey, he good for boxing though. He good for it and he ain't good for it. But I'm happy he giving us a good fight with Devin and Brian. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for I just he need to go ahead and do what he gonna do with David. Don't be playing with his future and stuff, sabotaging stuff. Call him out on that, man. Tell him don't be sabotaging shit. If you gonna let the fight happen, let the fight happen. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason we shouldn't be getting David and Bivol or David and Beterbiev. Let something happen. He's playing games, man. Call him out for it. He acting like Al Heyman. Get done foul with Al. Get murked with Turk. Go over there, you fight a fight way before you supposed to fight and you lose. Then you divide and you back to the motherfucking streets of boxing. But hey, it is what it is. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday, man. I'm gonna holler at you tomorrow.
All right, champ. So if you're watching this on X Live streaming video right now, go ahead and hit that retweet, repost, and pay attention to the screen. As you can see, Turkey is just hilarious. He says the real fight of the century has been finalized to headline an upcoming Riyadh season event. Michael Coppinger. Nasty work, Turkey. You put his name first. He's the A-side all because you signed him. All the years Dan been putting in work. You got fucking Mike as the A-side in the headline, but he got Dan on the red side of the, he's on this left side, which means he's the A-side. So it's a little bit confusing, but he puts Michael Coppinger versus Dan Rayfield. The two have agreed on a catch weight of 375 pounds and a 16-foot ring. I mean, this man's hilarious. My man said a catch weight of 375 pounds. Bruh. Shots fired, yo. But he's hilarious. He's fucking hilarious, bro, because this some inside boxing shit. He's making this shit public to his millions of followers. This is hilarious. And then if you look at the comment, Mike's comment is like, might need a rehydration clause too. I weighed 174 this morning. Damn, Rick Ramos hating said Dan should retire. That's nasty. Why y'all hating on him? Holy shit. We can't use Groke no more. No more. We can't use no more. Somebody asked Groke, is this the fight of the century? Groke said, haha, if Coppinger and Raphael actually stepped in a 16-foot ring at 375 pounds, it might just eclipse Mayweather-Pacquiao as the true fight of the century. Pure boxing journalism chaos. But let's see if Riyadh season makes it real. What's your bet? Yo, shout out to AI that has a sense of humor, because I could tell that this is fucking Groke joking. There's no way it actually thinks that fucking that would eclipse Mayweather-Pacquiao. But shout out to Turk, man. That's funny to me. I've been doing this so long. I know they beef. They beef or used to beef, right? Like Coppinger and Dan definitely when I was covering fights, they used to be at the fights bickering every now and then. I seen them. So this is funny for me for sure. I retweeted it and everything. Shout out Turk for that one. Kirby, what up? I wonder if this artist that he's been using to make these cartoons is Looney Tunes. I hope he did hire him,
Yo.
What up?
Yo, what up, Ness? Yo, quick thing. Who's Ed Levine?
Say what?
Who's Ed Levine?
President of the IBO.
So how you gonna diss my man Chris Eubank like that when he won the IBO?
Again, Ed Levine has been on this show and I've interviewed him. He understands he's not considered a world title.
But you rate the IBO, so how you not gonna give Chris the credit?
Because I know that you guys don't consider it a world title, so I can't call him a world champion.
But you do. This is your show.
Yeah, and I let you know that the IBO will get you ranked in the IBF, but it's still not considered one of the major four.
Which it isn't, but like again, to me, I was just like, yo, how you not? You rate the IBO, you bring the IBO to us all the time. Again, on the Border Wars, like, yo, you give out the IBO medals. How you not gonna give Chris the, how you not gonna give Chris the credit?
But again, do you consider the IBO one of the major four? Yes or no?
Yes, because of you.
You never heard me call it one of the major four. I always tell you, and I'm always clear, that if Ed Levine and the IBO want to be considered, Mauricio Suleiman opened the door and told them they just cannot be for profit. They are for profit.
Right.
Everyone else is non for profit. So there's rules, bro. You can't, just because I value them doesn't mean that they are a world champion. Now, have I gone down on many lines of like Nonitos and Vlads and Roy Jones and Mayweather that held the IBO?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when Chris Eubank held it, does he give it the clout of a world title? No. Like, no one went chasing that IBO from, you know what I'm saying? Maybe if Tank take the IBO and becomes the IBO champ, he could bring them into that level because people want to fight Tank. But, Chris had the IBO. Tell us who he defended it versus. Who called him out for it? And matter of fact, I know who he got it from without BoxRec. Do you? Because his name is Reginald Quinlan. I don't even know where Reginald Quinlan is at these days, bro. I mean, I watched Chris's whole career. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel okay. Like, does he gotta? He didn't even have an elite win because he lost to Billy Joe. Billy Joe went on to be a champ. So had he beat him, maybe. Right. His biggest win is Nick Blackwell, and that's because he did what he did to him.
Right. Even all right. Remember back in the day?
Well, no. Karabov. I don't have boxer pulled up, but I remember he fought Karabov, and he actually looked better than Charlo. So maybe that's his biggest win, Matt Karabov.
Last point. Remember back in the day when Sebastian Formella had the IBO and Sean Porter fought him? And again, I remember that because again, he was stressing
and remember, first it was Tulani. Shout out Tulani, still number 6 in the WBC.
Right.
First he had it, and
I ain't heard him in years.
Nah, he been fighting. He been fighting for sure. But Tulani had it, and I was pushing him versus Crawford. I was trying to get Crawford to unify with the IBO. Remember, they didn't want it. They didn't respect it.
Exactly.
So Tulani fought Formella in an eliminator. For the belt, for the IBO. He won it from Mbenge, and then he fought Porter. And that IBO is, like I said, that IBO got them ranked in the IBF. It made his fight with Formella. Yeah, it made his fight versus Formella an eliminator. And he became the mandatory. It was for the WBO and the IBF.
Right. Like I said, I just want to see you again.
You got to look at it like this: like the NBA title, the president is like Damon Gonzalez from Florida. That gets you ranked. Like, IBO may not be considered with the top 4 as one of them, but if you got an IBO, they ranking you. And you heard me the other day say he beat Patrick McCory, 175-pound IBO champ. Like, I give you the credit to an extent. But when we talking about two dudes who haven't accomplished jack shit in boxing, we ain't about to, try to find little caveats to hook up Chris Eubank. Nah, go do something. Like, you never fought Charlo. You never avenged the Billy Joe fight.
Which, that made no sense to me whatsoever.
Like, you sitting around,
like, you was dead.
You sitting around waiting for a little dude in Conor Ben. And then on the flip side, Conor never done shit. So it's like, bro, this whole fight is disgusting to me. I can't even, like, was it fun? It was fun. And I watched it. I did a live fight, and I'm going to do it again. And they were successful. But it's still two motherfuckers that never won a world belt, bro.
Hey, one last point before you cut me off. Big Baby, he's been doing a lot of press in the UK. And I want to see him get a shot. I want to see him get his comeback. I know, like
He
he had
getting it. He
a lot of
getting it. It's on.
pitfalls.
It's on our man's Jared Anderson to take the fucking fight.
But Jared, he just back and forth. He like, yo, I'm not doing it. Like he wants something bigger. But I'm like, yo, there's nothing. All right, there is plenty of bigger, but there's nothing bigger for the both of them. Because again, Jared, I don't see Jared fighting. What's my man that got the knockout the other day? Wardley. I don't see him taking that Wardley fight right now.
Hell no, bro. Hell no. I wish.
I
I've
don't
been
see him
calling
taking
for
that
that
Wardley
shit. I've been Treese. Where the fuck you at? Jared Anderson.
Let me build my fighter.
Yeah. Jared Anderson, we on your ass. Fabio Wardley. He been wanting to fuck you up. Like, what's up, man?
Yeah, let me build my fighter.
I've been telling motherfuckers, Fabio Ward, when they should have listened to me when fucking Anderson was undefeated. They put him in there with that monster Bacoli and fucked that man whole psyche up. They should have put him in there with Fabio. Because look, Fabio, he's my guy. I love him, but he's starting to show us he could be outboxed. If you could take his power, it's going to be a problem. He was losing that last fight, came from behind with the Wilder power. Love it, beautiful. But he was losing to Frazier Clark first fight too. He had the rematch card. He got to work on them skills, man. He got to work on them skills, and you know, maybe he need to find a new trainer. Maybe I don't know who even trains him, but he's my guy. But he got to work on some defense because he was getting fucked up. And his last couple of fights, he been getting lumped up too, like lumped up, face looking fucked up, like damn, take a break type shit.
For Anderson, what do you think about him possibly going within what's your name that he came to Border Wars? Jeremiah Milton.
Yeah, I mean for Anderson that's good, but I'd rather that for Wilder. I think Anderson didn't go that low.
Wilder, right now he has too many skills for Wilder. Wilder needs to do that.
What? You think Wilder got too many skills for Milton?
No, I think Milton has too many skills for Wilder.
Oh yeah, but he don't let his hands go. That's kind of is a good fight because he's a better boxer, but he gun shy.
Again, all right.
But let me get to Timboski, bro. He been waiting for an hour.
Yo, bless up, man. Appreciate you.
All right, you the man. Hell yeah, I got the IBO shirts. I got the IBO mini official leather belt. I got the IBO official real deal belt. That motherfucker heavy as hell. Yeah, I rock with the IBO. But we know what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like me trying to say, you know, a Fortune 500 company, or rather that's a Fortune 500 company. Like the facts say it's not. So that's just what it is. It's not. It's not one of the major four.
Yo.
Yo,
what's going on? Hey, salute to the community. Hope you all had a great weekend, man. You get me? You kept yourself safe and that. All your family is well and healthy, man. Nestor. You couldn't help it, could you? You couldn't help just, scrape off the American hate, the American sawdust hate on the multiple UK fighters once again. What are you saying? You've been eating too much lambandera, too much sencocho, too much mofongo, too much mango, or too much chicharron di polo. Have you had too much of that today? Because I don't know what the hell you're talking about, man. And why do you go? What's this? He ain't never won a world title. So Ernie Shavers never won a world title. David Tua never won a world title. Multiple other guys. Man, Sam Lankford never won a world title.
Underachievers.
They're still great fighters. Listen, they're still great fighters. You don't need to win. Hold on, sir. I'm in the ring. Right now. You know what I'm saying? I'll go in the corner right now. Let me get it off. Like I said, just because you didn't win a world title, that is a great achievement. You already know how hard it is as a showman of the sport. You know what I'm saying? When I say showman, you get me. You do what you do in this sport for the community or whatnot. You understand how hard it is to win a world title. So stop with this. He never won a world title bullshit.
Exactly.
And no,
exactly.
Nick Blackwell is not Chris Eubanks Jr.'s biggest winner.
I said it was Matt Karpov.
Are you forgetting? Hold on, sir. Are you forgetting about the multiple world champions, multiple former world champions that he defeated? Liam Smith, James DeGale. Did I need to bump your head? Since you said you've been watching his whole career, man. Come on, Ness, man.
Bro, James DeGale, you're gonna really talk about James DeGale at that time in his career? That's like fucking Canelo fighting Mosley, man. Get out of here, bro.
Let me get off this.
Get out of here.
Let me get off this. Let me get off this because I do agree with you in certain aspects. Don't get it twisted. I'm just trying to evade certain punches. This right now, I'm Paul Karen right now. Like I said, I agree with you when you're saying they've underachieved. Chris Eubank, yes, I think he's diverted to the more of the money scene. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Which I disagreed with. He's not really focused on winning world titles. And when it comes to Conor Ben, he was in a great trajectory until whatnot happened to him. You understand what I'm saying to you? The Chris Algieri win was a good win. The Chris Van Herden win was a good win. Sebastian Formella, former opponents with Sean Porter, that was a decent win. He beat the fuck out of Sebastian Formella. He beat Sebastian Formella better than Sean Porter did when Sean Porter was a world champion. So like I said, it's true. He hasn't done much. Like I said, he ain't done much. But he's still putting on great fights. He's still putting on great fights,
man. Regular fights.
That's cool, but it's still great entertainment. Like you
never,
say about Tank,
like
but
I
Tank has won a world title.
That's the problem
and
with
then you talking about clout chasing. Hold on, you talking about
so
clout
sensitive.
chasing. They're the ones that pull the man out.
Said
Hold on, they're the ones
was
that pull the man
that
out.
he hasn't achieved.
Would you take on Conor Ben?
He's got a resume full of
I'll
C-level
move up to
fighters.
154 and I'll fight the man. That's what he said. Tank said, "Oh, I'll fight." Conor Ben sent out Eddie Hearn sent the shit out to them straight away. Tank, no response. They ain't want to fight him, man. It's not clout chasing. We don't need to clout chase. He's filling up 60,000.
Clout
big
chasing.
Stadium fights. What you talking about?
Clout chasing.
Stadium,
you got to fight with a UK dude, but you're talking about 4 Americans.
Shakur Stevenson.
You fighting at 160, but you're talking about 4 Americans that don't fight at 60.
60,000 stadium. Come on, Ness, man. They wish they could find 60 stadium. 64,000 stadium seats, man. Come on, man. They wish they could see them fans right there. Come on, man.
Hey, stick around. I got something for you. Coco. Make it sting.
Criticism and underachiever label. Eubank Jr. has been labeled an underachiever by some, including Conor Ben in 2022, who argued Eubank failed to capitalize on opportunities like a potential fight with Gennady Golovkin in 2016. Critics point to his losses against Billy Joe Saunders, George Groves, and Liam Smith, suggesting he's fallen short in defining moments against elite competition. At 35, he has yet to win a major world title, WBCW, BAIBF, or WBO, which fuels the narrative that he hasn't lived up to the legacy of his father Chris Eubank Sr., former world champion. DAZN's Christopher Walker noted that Eubank is seen as a nearly man who must shed the underachiever tag by dominating fights like the one against Ben.
Thank you. Thank you, Coco.
That's your robotic Piragua.
We're not done. We're not done.
Okay.
Make it sting. Make it sting, Coco. I said make it sting.
Criticism and underachiever label. Ben hasn't been explicitly called an underachiever as often as Eubank, but his career has faced scrutiny. Critics argue his resume lacks depth, with wins primarily against older or less formidable opponents. The 2022 doping scandal, where he tested positive for clomiphene, derailed a scheduled Eubank fight and cost him key developmental years, raising questions about his discipline and legitimacy. His loss to Eubank, while competitive, highlighted his limitations against top middleweight competition, and some question whether his aggressive style can translate to world title success at welterweight or junior middleweight.
You lose, brother. You lose.
I
got other callers, man. I got other callers. Bumbo clock. Don't go up against my. Don't go up against my.
I got multiple things for
Don't go up against. Don't go up against my assistant. She plays no games. Coco is official, man. Stark. What up?
Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah. So about Beterbiev and the Bivol situation. Yeah, I want Beterbiev to get his chance before he gets too old. It's just a shame what's happening, because I think he's waited a little bit too long. Even though Bivol might edge the last 2 fights, I feel like if you keep playing with fire, you're gonna get burnt. So I still think Beterbiev still ain't caught him cleanly, even in them 24 rounds. I was still waiting for that one good solid punch that I still don't think he's landed yet. And I also want him to win. I want to see him versus Benavidez. I think that's a dream matchup. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want the Benavidez scrap.
Yeah. And yeah, Eubank is an underachiever, but the IBO is I think it's respectable. Remember the WBO 30 years ago when I was growing up, that wasn't considered a major title, but then it was. But now all them guys like Steve Collins, those old WBO champions, when we look back on it, they're class of champions. So the IBOs, let's say if they get recognized in 2 years, all them people that are IBO champions now, in 20, 30 years, they might get recognized as champions.
Oh, so that's what we're doing just to show face for Chris? We saying he might get recognized 20, 30 years from now? Hey, yo, this is why I say I love y'all, though, man. I wish y'all loved my show, because I love you guys as boxing fans. You can teach Americans how to be fans. Look at what you did. You called in to shoot Chris Eubank some bail by saying maybe in 20, 30 years he'll be recognized. Man, shout out to you, man. You a real one, man. No, that's a boxing fan right there.
And because the IBO is good, but the WBO wasn't recognized.
I'm going to tell you this. I've always said that the IBO has the best ranking system. They don't deal with feelings. They don't deal with politics. They don't deal with envelopes, with cash. It's a computerized ranking system, and you move up that ranking system by what you do. I wish that boxing would adapt. Turkey needs to peep that and use the IBO's ranking system. But, man.
Yeah, and also I think against Yarden, Benavidez, Yarden's definitely got a puncher's chance, especially when Benavidez likes to throw them flurries, throw those fast combinations.
No, he don't, nigga.
That's Yard's best chance.
Stop.
That's his best chance of catching him. That's his best chance. He's an underdog, but I think he might do it. I think Yard's gonna knock him out if Benavidez wants to throw them combinations.
Yo, you went out on your shield twice on this call for Chris.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And now for Yard. See what I'm saying?
I'm from South London. He's from East. Yeah, no, I'm saying because look, think about it. Yard's got genuine power, and Benavidez likes to throw those fast combinations. That's the best time to get punched, when you're throwing punches. So I'm just saying, look out for that. That's his best chance, and he might do it. He might do it.
Salute to y'all, man. Damn. See, that's real shit right there, bro. We don't got that. Americans like, hey, man, fuck Shakur, man. Nah, he boring. Like, bro, my man, they making shit up. My man said, yo, maybe in 20 or 30 years, the IBO will get elevated and recognized as a real world title. Then Chris Eubank will be considered a champ.
Nasty.
Yo, that's beautiful. That's not nasty. That's like true fight fan shit. If we was all like that, like, yo, you don't even know. You wasn't here, but I'm sure you can imagine the type of shit H-Town said. It's like, for no reason. It's a Bivol show, weekend recap, news and notes. You talk about Benavidez and his bloodline and where he's born, and then you even picking Yard. Like, Yard is, listen, I just asked Coco to get all the data on Chris Eubank and Conor Ben, and he both considered underachievers. If I ask, is Anthony Yard an underachiever? He's going to be beneath them. Those guys at least won some sort of, like, you know what I'm saying? Interim or something like that, or regular, like IBO. like, yo, Anthony Yard is a good guy that's going to put up a good fight until it's over. And listen, you know, shout out Spencer Fearon, shout out Tundi Ajayi. Look, this is no disrespect. This is boxing. You picking the Yankees, I'm picking the fucking Mets. And that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, in this one, shit.
Yeah, man. Facts, man. Yeah, they trying to phase David out, man. H-Town talking about David's a cruiserweight. Cruiserweight? Nigga, what?
Still talking that weight bully shit. My man done moved up. He's still talking weight bully shit. They scared.
Then he said David underachieved against Bozchak because David's an A+ fighter. Well, Canelo's considered an A+ fighter, right? So what's Canelo's grade of not getting stoppages in his last 7 fights? What's that grade?
I mean, he also underachieved in the Skull fight. That was horrendous. Honestly, that was one of Canelo's, probably the worst fight I've ever saw in my life of Canelo.
Yeah, terrible, man. Salute the chat, man. Horrible. Yeah, man. Nasty work by Turkey Al-Sheikh trying to phase out David Benavidez.
He gave him a fight. How you trying to phase him out?
Come on, man. He trying to get that man up over there, bro. He don't want PBC to have the belts, and he don't want Top Rank to have the belts. So he got Bivol over here with the duck sauce, talking about fighting in Russia, nigga. This ain't Rocky IV, nigga. Ain't nobody fighting in Russia, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, I don't think it's about fighting in Russia. I think it's more like Turkey don't want to fight. He was always a Bivol boy. He thought Bivol won. He got Bivol to rematch. He's truly done. He ain't paying for that third fight. That's why he said, quote unquote, I've let them deal with other organizers. That means somebody else got to put the money up. You seen right away, Beterbiev came out to my damn, how old I got to be to get the fight? So I don't know. Once Turkey abandoned ship, that fight not happening in my eyes. It was hard to get done without Turkey. We never got it without Turkey.
Yeah, and we don't want it. You know what I'm saying? We don't want it. Nobody. Bro, it's some. We don't need trilogies on everything, my nigga. Like,
and he ain't stupid. That shit did 345,000 globally, bro. That's the whole fucking world. That means nobody cared. Like the whole world, nobody cared. There's only 300,000. Nobody cared, bro.
At all. No, like literally nobody cared. Like at all. Like literally. That's crazy.
Yo, that's a horrible number for a global number. Like 300. God damn, bro. That's nasty.
Yeah, I tried to put that on Shakur, you know what I'm saying, to help him at the negotiation table. They slandered me. So
because it's a global number. If that shit would have been just an American number, that shit was global.
Damn. Crazy. And then the shrinking ring. So now the Devin Haney rule is really the Shakur Stevenson rule. That wasn't funny. It wasn't funny at all. That's like when the rich nigga crack a joke and then you do a business with the rich nigga, so you just automatically start laughing out of nowhere. I'm glad Shakur was like, I'll see you niggas on Saturday. You shrinking ring. What you talking about? Why didn't you say, we about to have a Puerto Rican parade after the Berlanga fight? You didn't say that, nigga. Nasty.
Nah, I just think that he's a troll. Like, he's a troll. He likes trolling. Like, look at the tweet he did about Dan Rayfield versus Coppinger. And just the ring itself, like the whole tweet about the ring. And look, he did the one about Jack Catterall. He said they was Jerry and Jerry, bro. So he just a boxing fan, that's famous.
Nah, bro. Niggas just when niggas got the bag, niggas be acting different. They turn into the 304s. Like when in this era, when the celebrities go to the club for the walkthrough, the most of the people watching the celebrities in the section is men now. It's men. The hoes, they think they the main character. Niggas is watching the celebrities like, what they drinking on? Yeah, that's what they doing with Turkey. Just look at the comments. Then you got weirdo niggas like D Block. This nigga that drank Twitter Kool-Aid. Niggas get one post to they get a couple thousand views. Then they make that their whole character. I can't wait till niggas turn on the microphone so they get exposed.
Stock chasers.
Big style. Oh yeah, shoot Sky Nicholson. Ness, you see her? She looks strong at 122.
You mean on the prelims before the bell? Versus like a 200 ranked fighter? Come on, man. You can't fool me.
You know what that mean? Her and Eddie broke up. Yeah, put her on the prelims. You see? Yeah. They broke up.
She was on that. She got that prenup, and now she on that prelim.
Nigga, you ain't see the post fight, nigga. Sky looking at that nigga like, when a woman look at you like that, yeah, she not rocking with you, bro. She not rocking with you. Put her on the prelim.
Yo, what's good? How's my audio?
Straight.
Yo, Two Tone. What up, man?
What up, gang?
Yo, hold on. Listen, bro. Ness, you gotta let me cook because I'm about to expose you and Coco. I'm gonna expose you and Coco. You know you my man, but I gotta do this, bro. So look, so when you search something, right? When you search something on AI, right? First of all, it's gonna back in your search. So whatever you searching is gonna look for points to back your point. So look at the search that I did. I did the Boxing Voice on Conor Benn. The Boxing Voice is a boxing podcast media outlet that often discusses Conor Benn's career and potential fights. They have covered his rivalry with Chris Beck Jr., including the cancel fight rematch and claims about a head injury, right? They have also discussed potential fights with Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis. The Boxing Voice has extensively covered the rivalry between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, including the cancel fight due to Benn's failed drug test. Possible opponents have also been explored for future opponents for Benn, including Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, and the potential hurdles in making those fights. Drug testing has also been covered. Besides Benn, so what I'm trying to tell you is you can't bro, you go on Coco and then you try to like back your points, bro. Like anyone could do that. Like if I search is Conor Benn and Eubank popular, it is literally tells you they're hella fucking popular.
And they are. There is AI is giving you facts.
So okay, but the same point is if look, because I could care less about UK boxing. But at the end of the day, you've extensively had conversations about Ben fighting different people.
But what does that got to do with the point? The point still is that they both are underachievers. Where have our conversations that your AI found say that they're not underachievers? When have we talked about them winning a world title to be considered not underachievers?
Bro, if you search something in AI, it's going to do a search based off what you're inputting as the base.
So then you do the opposite search. Put on your AI right now, you got free time. Is Conor Benn and Chris Eubank considered overachievers? Let's see if they give you answers to that. Bro, you're wrong. Your way of thinking is wrong. But once you put that prompt in, you'll see that you're wrong.
No, I understand. No, I understand what you're like, bro. I'm not sitting here saying they're overachievers because we both know they ain't.
No. I'm not saying that you're saying that. What I'm telling you is you're insinuating that AI can back whatever you search. That's false. If you put, are they overachievers? Are they world champions? It's gonna tell you no, and it's gonna be extensive on why they are not. Because they're not, my brother. But go ahead.
No,
put it in.
I know. I agree with you on that point. But the point that I'm making is, for when I brought up Conor Benn, and then you go on the spiel about he ain't got no titles, this, that, and the fourth.
He don't.
When I have sat here and heard you mention multiple potential fights for Conor Benn, so
but
it's like
he don't.
So how do I get bashed for that?
I'm saying we talking about a dude. You brought up a dude in a show that he don't need to be brought up because he got a 160-pound fight. You bringing up him calling out Ryan. So I'm reminding you he's a clout chaser because he just talked about Shakur at 135. But he got a signed fight. It's contracted. It's happening. They got a date. For a 60-pounder, he's a fucking clout chaser, my brother. He's talking about four Americans, never fought a high-level fighter, never fought a current world champion, never won a world title. He's clout chasing for his fight. He's getting us to talk about him with our popular American fighters so that we can remember that he's fighting Chris Eubank, another underachiever, no disrespect.
Now that's a fact. I'm not gonna argue the clout chasing, even though everyone does it for the most part, bro. Everyone clout chases like that. That's like I just feel like when I brought up Conor Benn, we're not gonna sit here and act like, bro, like Ryan and Conor Ben ain't a fire fight if it could happen. Like, am I tripping? Like, I felt like that's a fire fight.
What's the
Titles,
firefight? Ryan and Banks?
that's a fire. No.
Yeah, hell
Conor
yeah, hell
Ben
yeah.
and Ryan
If you
Garcia.
just looking for good competitive matchups, that's a good matchup. It could end in knockout, but neither person has won a world title. And you okay with paying for
that's a
that.
fact.
Let me tell you, because it's Ryan, you paying American pay-per-view. Because it's Conor, they're paying UK pay-per-view. Because it's Conor and Ryan, 2 stars, it's pay-per-view in America. You want that. You're manifesting that hot garbage. 2 motherfuckers that never done shit. 2 drug cheats. 2 non-world champions. 2 question marks. You want to pay? This what I'm saying. Stop bringing this motherfucker up. You trying to get us to pay $90 for a fucker that never, he ain't worth 90 because what have you achieved? I'm paying 90 for Mayweather and Canelo who got stats out they ass. You talking about we got to pay for these 2 motherfuckers because they pretty? Because they popular? Because his father's last name? No, stop saying that shit. Fuck
so
that
let's
fight.
ask your other
Fuck
panelists. Let's ask your partner. You're not trying to see the battle of the PEDs, Two-Tone?
What the fuck do I care about fucking Conor and Ryan fighting each other? You wilding right now, bro. Why is that a fight? Why is that a fight?
Ryan Garcia and Conor Ben? No, Ryan Garcia need to fight Rolly Romero. Ryan Garcia is he's disgusting right now. It's horrible. The nigga lost.
Obviously, but the point is, we're talking about clout chasing. Okay, Conor Ben is clout chasing Ryan Garcia. So what is Ryan Garcia doing by calling out Devin Haney? They all do it though.
No,
they
but
all
that's
do
a
it.
rivalry.
Clout chasing is a part of the game.
No, nigga, Devin and Ryan was in a van together going to boxing tournaments, nigga. Like these niggas know each other. Like that's a real rivalry. Like niggas was at McDonald's stealing nuggets, nigga.
Bro, we would have had that fight had Ryan Garcia not gotten knocked down and beat up by fucking Rolly. I understand that point. I get it. At the end of the day, like I understand that point. But the point of the matter is, like, for us to sit here and say, "Oh, fights are on fire," unless there's a title involved, is cap, bro. That's cap.
Dude,
like y'all make arguments for fights for no belt all the time.
I told you it's a good fight. But you're manifesting a bill for us and for UK people. It's a good fight.
No, I get the bill part. I get the bill. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I understand the billing part. Like, bro, we've paid, bro, there's been prices for shittier fights all the time, bro. Like, that's regular. I understand what you're saying.
So now you thinking, like, it's okay? Like, because we've had shittier fights that we had to pay for? Bro, they still... The pay-per-view is supposed to be reserved. At least Tank brought a title to the Ryan pay-per-view fight. Devin brought a title to the Ryan pay-per-view fight, bro. Like, what are we doing now? What are we doing for real?
Well, wait, hold on. He brought the title. He attempted to bring the title to the pay-per-view.
Bro, Ryan missing weight ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. The title was on the line. That's the contract.
No, yeah, we understand, but it ain't even get there. So at that point, you didn't even have to buy the pay-per-view if you didn't want to.
Devin still came with his world title, and Devin still had to defend his world title, champ. You tripping. Remember, when you miss weight,
I understand.
Only one person could win it.
My point of the matter is Conor Ben, I understand he ain't got no title or whatever the case may be. Not saying that he won't get a title when everything is said and done. But we're not going to sit here and say he's not an exciting fighter.
You going back to the Conor Ben...
Bro, because that was my argument in my first call.
That was my argument in my first call. But that's what you're not getting. The argument is going over your head. That's why you like wasting calls, bro. He's an exciting fighter with C-level fighters. C-level fighters. He hasn't.
I could say the same thing about Brian Norman Jr.
Oh man, how you gonna compare a 28-year-old that never achieved to a 24-year-old that has a world title and defended it twice already?
Bro, anybody who watched that Giovanni Santillan fight already saw that the uppercut was being spammed. Like, you're not doing that against A-level fighters.
It don't
Giovanni
matter.
Santillan is not an A-level fighter,
Every fight is per fight. The uppercut was there, so he spammed it. He got him out of there with the uppercut. How you hate? Yo, wow, you hating on a dude for actually landing the punches.
No, I mean, listen.
I gotta go though. I gave you 29
the argument of A, B, and C-level fighters.
I gave you 29 hours, man. I gotta go.
All right, bro. Y'all be easy.
Yeah, man. But the game is going in that direction of matchups over belts, man. It's like it's basically if you ain't got the ring belt, you ain't the man, bro.
I mean, it was always like that. You could be a world champion, but you're not the man in the division until you were the lineal.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Oh yeah, your man Devin Haney was out in Spain, man.
Oh yeah, I seen that. You sent it. I didn't get to see it actually. I uploaded it so I can play it.
Face of boxing shit, big. He was in this.
Hey man, I love your Patek band. Is that the 5980? Oh, I'm Zib the watch guy. I buy and sell those watches. You do? I love it, man. Are you selling that by any chance? Can you share with our viewers real quick? Oh, absolutely, man. This is nice. What do you do for a living? A boxer. No way. How do people find you?
Wait, you think this was set up? This had to be set up, right? He didn't just fucking randomly run down on him. Talking about, I like your watch, man.
Why not?
I could see it being real because he's a content creator.
His page is watches though.
Instagram, Twitter, Real Devin.
What's your Instagram?
Real Devin Haney.
What?
Real Devin Haney. Real, R-E-A-L.
Oh yeah.
Devin Haney.
Devin?
Haney.
Haney?
Haney.
How to spell
Holy
Haney?
shit, nah, he don't really know him.
I love that. And do you have LinkMe? You gotta get LinkMe, man, because you have all that. You have Instagram, TikTok, everything, right? Okay, I'm gonna send you a LinkMe profile. What's your best advice for people just starting out?
Keep going. You know, don't let nobody stop you. Stay focused. Takes a lot of discipline, a lot of hard work. You can be successful in anything.
I love it. Can we just do a quick boxing match, me and you? Just for fun.
Thank you, brother.
God bless
out
you.
there in slippers.
You're the man.
This in Spain, you said?
Sir?
Yeah.
Hey man, I love your Patek band. Is that the 5980?
Yo,
I'm
shout
Zip the
out
watch guy.
to Tank, bro. Look at that, bro. Did he land a job of a lifetime? You said this Spain, that's his personal security. That dude got to go to Spain. He got to go to Australia. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
He landed the job of a lifetime.
Yeah.
That shit was pretty.
You think they would have known? You think they would have known Tank?
I don't know. He knew that watch and not the person wearing it. That's crazy. Because he really didn't know him. Unless that's, I don't follow him, so I don't know how his content is, but unless that's his thing to get you to really say your social media so that people can really follow you, yeah, he made it seem like he don't know who the fuck he is.
And it is slander, but it's half slander because when you go to that guy's page, Devin Haney video does have the most views. Even though it is slander, half slander, that dude, he did Devin kind of blew that nigga up though.
Leonard Sterling, pound for pound #1 in the chat.
How do you spell it's nasty? That's nasty. Imagine
that's why
Beyonce.
I said that's what made me think it was fake because he's literally making it easy for people to follow him by forcing Devin to make it, so there's no mistakes. Because and then he kind of said, "Devin hate me." He's like, "No, Haney." I'm like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Leonard Sterling says, "Fight was awful. Cut happened at right time. Could not take 6 more rounds of that shit. Nicholson going to 122. It was a tester fight versus low-level op. Nah, for sure. 2 more pounders weigh in 123, 8-rounder, make 122 for a title. Mad Bet, $5, last dose. I met the Oracle Nostradamus. I asked how can Yard win. He said he need a silver dollar and a wishing well. Prayer hands emoji, plus an eclipse. You ain't lying. Big Boss, pound for pound #3 in the chat, $5. Stock, a effing nutcase. Blast just stopped a mother effing and broke his rib. Is it mother effing? No. Who's MF? Stop MF. MF.
MFing?
I just automatically went to mother effer, but maybe that's a person. Because he said broke his rib.
MF? No, I don't know who that is.
Me neither.
Who?
Meanwhile, Connor Ben couldn't even hurt that man. Get the F out of here, man. See, I'm telling you, he's talking about somebody. Is it Marcos Fabian? No, that ain't it. I don't know who that is, bro. I don't know who that. What you trying to say? Stop. Stocky, stop. What you was about to say, champ?
Give me a fight on the level of yesterday's fight.
Oh, that's Harlem. Miami. That's Miami Mall, not wherever you said it was.
That was in Miami?
That's what I'm being told.
Wait, that wasn't Spain?
I don't know. Was it tag Spain?
Because he in Italy right now.
Maybe he left out of Miami. I don't fucking know.
Damn. That's even worse.
What? Oh, he's still partying, you saying?
No, that the nigga didn't know who he was. This America, nigga. You don't know Devin Haney in America? That's crazy. But give me a fight on the level of Harlem, Eubank, and what's his name? Catterall. An American squabble. Like on that level.
Shit. With a cousin with a name? Fabian Maidana versus Rohan Polanco. Nah, okay. You said Harlem Eubank and Jack Catterall. Roman ain't as accomplished as Catterall, so we got to move up a step. But definitely Fabian Maidana, because he's just a cousin of a name.
Okay.
Even Juan Manuel Macias, he's the cousin of Fernando Macias, and that's why he was popular for, Jamal and them. But a Catterall. I mean, I don't know. We need a world champion. So Fernando fought at. Fabian fights at welterweight. So a former world champion at welterweight would be Keith Thurman, even though he's at 54.
Nah, hell no. Keith way more popular than Catterall.
What about Jesse Vargas?
Okay, cool. Now, Vargas and Fabian Maidana. Mm-hmm. Could that main event on a Saturday in America?
Vargas and Fabian Maidana. On the zone, on a Golden Boy card, yeah. In LA, that's what they did. They had that shit in the UK. Like, there's a market for sure. Maidana and Jesse in LA somewhere.
And what's Catterall coming off a loss, right? He lost to Barboza.
Yeah.
Bro, UK fans destroy American fans.
Oh, of course. And they probably had a bunch of people in there.
Yeah. The Catterall is like, bro, Catterall, Eubank, popping. Like, that was like, it looked like there was some yams up in there. Like, America.
Did you watch the fight? Because that shit was ass. I don't know what's going on. No wonder you was finding yams in the crowd.
Yeah, I watched it and I hated the cut and all that dumb shit. We got to step up, bro. Supporters, like,
yeah,
we got to step up, bro. UK kills us in fucking support, bro. That fight is a main event in the UK. That's a main event. I don't think y'all get that, bro.
No, but I don't think you get it. The standard is lower out there. We Americans bougie. I'm not saying we better than them. We're bougie. Like, look, I literally didn't watch it. I went out with my lady. I'm not watching Harlem Eubank, a cousin. Like, the son ain't achieved shit. Like, all these motherfuckers is living off. You living off you a cousin. You living off your uncle name. You the son. You living off your daddy name. Like, I'm not watching that. Nah. Respectfully. We not there. We not. And I was right. I was so right. Headbutt, ugly fight. Turkey called that shit Jerry and Jerry. Not Tom and Jerry and Jerry. Nasty.
Then Joe Cordina, he fight the Mexican brother, and the announcers.
Tuna. Yeah. Did you check his resume? Did
No,
you
I
even
didn't,
check?
but
Go check that resume. How disrespectful that is. Straight tune-up. It's a straight smoke and mirrors. It's straight smoke and mirrors. And that's who Shakur was supposed to fight. A dude that went 12 with the local fucking watermelon cutter at the beach in Playa Carmen. What up, Tip?
Yo, can you hear me?
We hear you.
bro, Tim, we got to work on our defense of the right hand, bro. Your brother almost put you to sleep.
Oh, shit.
What round was that? Hello?
Mm-mm. You scared him away.
Did you see it, Dave?
H-Town, nah, he ain't sent it to me.
It's on his story.
What up, man? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
H-Town, baby. Hey, you see what I'm talking about, Tone? You got one guy working out on a boat in Italy, shopping for watches, relaxing, silk sheets, baby. Meanwhile, you got another guy in a hot ass gym in Georgia somewhere, grinding, working, bruh. About to be a murder. He was in silk sheets, man. I mean, he already made it. He never recovered from the Ryan fight. I mean, what y'all want him to do, man? He was trying to be great. He faced the best guy in the weight division, man. That's what he did. I mean, y'all gotta respect Devin. Get out of here, Ness. I come here with quality hate too, dog. Hey, and for the Mexican monster,
Relax,
Hey,
relax.
come on, man. Yardy gonna be the first guy got a little pop his face at 175. We'll see how he handles it. We'll see. Mr. 230 pounds cutting down to fight at 75 and 68. You know, get up out of here, bro. We'll see if he can even handle that punch. Trying to go up to cruiserweight. Man, that's what I hate about our American fighters. That's why they don't get no support. First of all, they cut down 80, 90 pounds to go down to a weight to fight a whole bunch of guys smaller than them, our so-called stars. And, and then they don't fight each other. The goddamn weight bullies don't fight each other. So how the hell you wanted the crowds to be in there like the UK supporting the fighters when these guys don't fight each other?
Yeah, you're
They
right.
spend their whole career.
Munguia turned down an offer. Berlanga didn't ever want to talk to David. Caleb Plant took forever. He wanted that Canelo fight first.
Yes, all of them, yes. How you want us to support them, bro, if they wait till they're 30-something to take their first actual challenge? Like, look at Tank, man. Tank's about to be 30, and what the fuck, man? And now we can't see
Tank
Mason
got the most
versus
support. Tank got the most support, so you wrong there.
yeah. Nah, but he ain't got the support he's supposed to be having for being a so-called face of boxing. That guy's supposed to be selling out stadiums. Bro, come on, man. That's you underachieving. That's underachieving. But you know, you only underachieving with a little bit of
who underachieving, so I can put it into AI right now, because you know you wrong.
Man, I don't care what AI says. Tank's underachieving because he's supposed to be a star. He's supposed to be a mega star.
Nah,
he should be selling out stadiums.
I think he might be slightly an underachiever for sure. He's achieved, but he's still
man.
considered an underachiever for sure. If you're talking
I'm
about
not saying that he's not skillful, bro. I'm not saying he's not good. The man is great, but he's an underachiever because the way he's supposed to be at Mayweather's level by now. Mayweather was selling out everything, everywhere, anywhere. You know, come on, man. We got to keep it 100, man. These guys, I know we all like them. They're our guys, but man, that's the reason that the sport don't get the goddamn support it's supposed to get because they wait till they're goddamn 30 something to fight each other. And we don't get those trilogies no more, Nance. We don't get those
That's
trilogies.
not true. We don't get the support that we need because
We
guys
should be,
like
we
you.
should be getting Mason versus Austin. Mason versus.
That's the bell. We got guys like you. That's why our fighters don't grow. You hating on Benavidez. You out here doing Ancestry.com trying to find out if he's real Mexican, telling the people he's not Mexican, calling him Ecuadorian and Dominican. You know, that's why they don't grow, because you don't back your fighters. Tip, trying you for a second time.
Yeah, man. Mind your business, man.
Yeah, what it do?
What up, Tip?
Hey, man, that was Ziv, the watch guy, bro. You ain't never seen this content on Instagram, bro?
Nah, me.
Yeah, like, I think he
Bro,
based in Florida,
listen,
so like,
listen. I don't get people That, like, why would I be following a dude named Zib the watch guy that has
Nah,
watches
you ain't gotta
that
follow him,
cost
but
the
I'm.
amount of a house? Like, I don't window shop, man. See, but I came from the 50 era. Y'all, that song ain't hit for y'all, so y'all be window shopping.
Nah, it ain't nothing about window shots. It's
I
just
mean,
like
it
his
totally
content
is.
just came
Why
across
do
my
I care?
timeline, bro.
Why do I want to know about Patats or whatever the fuck, Richie Millies? I ain't buying that shit.
Hey, bro, you be surprised how knowing so much about a watch could take you a long way in a conversation, bro.
Home
Like,
skillet.
it's
I
just like
will
any.
never
It's like
buy
it's
that
like,
watch. So why would I want to do the
hey,
research about a watch that I'm not thinking of buying? Like, that's crazy.
hey,
You spending your energy on the
you
wrong
who
things,
said
man.
bro? Who said you got to buy the watch, bro? You can
But
work at a
that's what I'm
watch shop and
saying.
know
You
something
doing
about a watch,
research. You
bro.
doing research on shit you not even about to buy. That's nasty work. That's what I call window shopping.
Hey, man, I ain't say I was buying it, but look, it
Hey,
is what it is.
hey.
But yeah, man, shout out to Shakur. He got a fight next week. Ain't nobody talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Fight
Ain't
week
nobody talking about
is
Shakur.
Tuesday, baby. We gonna be there, and we was
Bro,
talking about Shakur, cause
we done had a whole
Turkey made the.
full.
No, we talked about
Listen,
Shakur today because Turkey made the tweet about the ring size. What do you mean? We've been talking about that all morning.
today because Turkey said something about a tweet, bro. Think about that. Only because Turkey tweeted what he tweeted are we talking about Shakur. Because for the last month, if you go through
Bruh,
the
I mean, what
catalog,
you want him to
all we've been
do? He
talking
not
about.
fighting a champ.
No,
You can't make noise when you just fighting a guy. Like, it ain't Tank, it ain't Dev, it ain't Tio. You know, it's just Cepeda. Like, you want the world to
hey,
stop because he fighting Cepeda? Cepeda's not
I
even
mean it's
Valdez on paper. He's not even Valdez yet. He hasn't proved it yet.
damn, but I thought this is what y'all wanted. You know what I'm saying? Turkey making the fights. Ain't this what y'all want? Didn't y'all say Tank wasn't fighting nobody? Ain't
Tank,
Shakur fighting the name
Tank the
now?
one. Tank is the one
Shakur
that
fighting the
don't want.
name.
Tank is the one that don't want to give Shakur the fights that we want. Fuck is you talking about?
Nah, man. Shakur
Hey
fighting the
man,
name, bro.
hey, do
Shakur.
me a favor. Do me a favor. Don't come on here talking about Shakur. Tell us why Tank fight ain't announced. Since you want to bring up
No,
his
no, no, no,
name.
no, 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 no,
No,
no,
you
no, no.
brought up his
I
name.
gotta talk
You
about
brought
Shakur.
up his name.
Shakur got to
Motherfuckers trying to
fight.
make we
Shakur,
trying to make arrangements. Is he fighting in
respectfully,
August, Tom?
respectfully,
Is he fighting in
respectfully,
August?
Hey, we don't
What's
respectfully.
know,
going
man.
on?
Tank is in
To the
camp.
face of
Tank is in
boxing.
camp, and Lamar is in camp.
Why the face
Tank
of
is in camp,
boxing
and
fight
Lamar is
ain't
in camp,
announced,
bro.
yo? Why the face of boxing fight ain't announced?
Both fighters are in count. Ness, you already know
Wait a
why,
minute,
bro. Let's stop playing.
Tip, hold on. So now you gonna have us believe that somehow they about to make a fight in what? Less than 30 days? Tone, they gonna
The
announce a
fighters
Vegas
already.
fight? They about to
That's
announce a
what.
Vegas fight.
Hey, man.
Oh, this about to be Tank worst pay-per-view numbers and ticket numbers if they rush this. How could you announce a
It's
fight in
Tank.
July for August? Nasty
It's
work.
Tank, bro.
Impossible.
It's Tank,
No,
bro.
call it
It's
pushback.
Tank, bro.
Call it pushback.
It's
Ain't this the
Tank, bro.
second time? I should ask I'm gonna get my assistant on this. 'Cause I think this is the second time. Is how many times has he tried to fight in August in a year and it's gotten pushed back? I feel like it might be a
Hey,
month thing.
man.
It might be a month thing. Bad luck with the month.
Why are you trying to move around the Shakur topic, bro? Like,
No,
come
I just
on,
don't
man.
understand how you talking about Shakur when Tank out here
What
fake
you mean?
fighting. He
Shakur got
fake
a fight
fighting, right?
coming up.
Ain't he fake
I'm
fighting?
trying to
Ain't
promote
Tank fake
Shakur.
fighting?
I'm
Ain't
trying
Tank
to
fight?
promote
But he
Shakur,
fake
bro.
fighting, right? Because he ain't got no
Damn.
real announced fight,
Damn,
right?
I thought this was the boxing voice where we talk about real fights. You know what
No,
I'm saying? Real fighters fighting for real
we do
fighters.
talk about
There's
real
Williams
fights,
and
but you
Zepeda.
trying to diminish.
Like, come on, bro. Like, where the brand is at, man? Where the Vegas at? You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about a real fight. Williams and Zepeda versus Shakur Stevenson. Ain't this what y'all want? Turkey giving us the fights we want. Look, they just announced, you know what I'm saying, a 20th rematch over at Riyadh season. You know what I'm saying? Riyadh season got a rematch every other week. You know what I'm saying? They're giving rematches for free over there at Riyadh season. Oh, my God. But yeah, man. God
Oh, you in
damn.
the streets? He
But yeah.
losing to Lobo. You see that, Tone? He losing to
Yams out
Lobo.
there?
He losing to
DC
Lobo.
Yams? DC Yams? Yo, Tip, what's up, yo, bro? Your brother hit you with that right hand, bro. We got to work on that defense, bro.
I rolled that right hand, bro. I don't know if you know, but I rolled the right hand.
You rolled it, bro. I said,
Yeah,
damn.
bro.
Man. Tip got a chin, man.
Yeah, when he threw it, I rolled it. That's why you see my head turn like that. I rolled the right punch. And then the second one he threw, he got caught with an uppercut. You gotta slow the frame bit down. He got caught with an uppercut. I thought
He said slow it down. You nasty for that. That defense
Nah, because you
trash
can't
if it
see
got to get slowed
in
down.
real time. In real time, you can't see because it's at an angle. It's at an angle, so it looks like his right hand hits me, but he gets caught with my short shot on the inside.
No, break down that combination you threw before the right hand. That was lit. You jab to the
What
body.
was it?
That
Jab
was
up
lit.
top, jab up top, jab to the body, and then jab up
Damn,
top,
that
body
was
shot.
like
Yeah, that's when he threw the right hand, and that's when I rolled it. Yeah. Nah, that was a good punch though. Nah, if he threw it any harder, it would probably touch my chin. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, man,
I'm
we
about
gonna
to.
be ready, bro. We gonna be ready. I gotta get my shit
Yeah.
down.
Lobo bet
But
in there on a live Tip, because Tip out here sparring with no headgear. This nigga on a mission right now, bro.
hey, man, look, Tone, we coming to catch a body, bro. We coming to catch a body. Look, that nigga, he gonna have to kill me in the ring, bro.
Yeah, man.
August 2nd, he gonna have to kill me in the ring, respectfully, bro. Nigga gonna have to get. I'm like on some wilder shit. That nigga gonna have to kill me, bro. Like he gonna have to stop me. That's the only way the nigga gonna have to stop me, bro. And it's belt the ass. I'm telling y'all, it's belt the ass. Nigga gonna have to stop me, respectfully. But yeah, man, shout out to Shakur. He got a fight this weekend. You know what I'm saying? We need that Harlem Eubank versus Jack Catterall rematch. It's crazy how they stopped the fight because of Eubank but not Catterall. That's just weird. That itself calls for a rematch. Eddie Hearn was nasty for saying, yeah, I think we're going to move on. He already seen what was going to happen if that fight were to continue. Jack Catterall was going to get knocked the fuck out, respectfully, bro. We all seen it coming, bro. Eubank was starting to pick up steam, especially once that eye got cut, bro. Oh, yeah, the fight was going to change. The tides were going to change, bro. The tides were going to change. But ain't no other news in boxing. But y'all know what it is, man. July 19th, Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. You know what I'm saying? The biggest fight in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? This is it's one of them ones, man. It's one of them ones. Just make sure y'all don't miss it. You know what I'm saying? The Mexicutioner versus Mario Barrios, the next and up becoming superstar in the sport of boxing at 147 pounds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Potentially set to face Brian Newman Jr. after Brian Newman Jr. beats on Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, niggas are shopping out there in Miami while Brian Newman Jr. currently in the the gym as usual, bro. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. Yeah, man. Ness, get ready to pick up your mans, man. Get ready to pick up your mans. I'm gone though.
All right.
Yeah, man. The zone nasty too for calling Cordina's opponent the Mexican.
Oh, I mean, you know.
Yo, what's good?
What up?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that nigga Turkey. Wow. Did he say Jerry and Jerry?
You know it.
Damn. Hey, man, you gotta watch out what you do in these rings because he's tweeting like Donald Trump. Yeah, I think him putting David on the top of the car would be good. What he did. Hopefully he does the same. You know, if he's gonna talk that smack, you know, you gotta come in there and swing. You can't run. So you know, Haney, you gotta do what you gotta do and make sure you do it well. I definitely don't care for the Bivol Beterbiev 3. Obviously, he doesn't care. He's trying to put it in Russia. Obviously, 2026. Just move on, bro. Bivol, just go fight Michael Alfred or David Benavidez. At this point, there's no point of letting a dude get that much of a cycle of PEDs. You know, I mean, we've obviously seen he was a regular human the last fight because the fight was only 4 months rematch. So just move on from the dude. There's no point of even fighting him at this point. Let him go fight David Benavidez or someone else or Callum Smith too. Yeah, man, that's really my call. I mean, Bill, we'll just move on.
All right. Hey! That turkey bag, baby. Hey, yo, shout out to Tundi. Ain't that Tundi, too? That looked like Tundi right there in the beginning of the video. Right there. That looked like Tundi, boy. They best friends, man. Shout out to them. Dancing off that turkey bag.
Damn, they got that turkey bag.
That shit hit different, B. Shit hit different. Diferente. Yo, that looks like everybody. And that's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Mr. Savi, $5. The only way Yard wins is if David does the blank rankings from Quest. Yo, Stock Chasers. He says, Cueva C level. Sasaki. He hating on Brian Norman big time just because Dev fighting him. That's crazy. Where is that? Lord. I gotta refresh. If you're trying to call in, now is the time. I'm just trying to pull up these last super chats, so you're trying to squeeze in. Better do it now. Right, so Stock Chasers, member for 2 months on the prospect level. Cueva C level, Sasaki C level, Stantillon B level. Pistol Parkway Mozzie, $5. Europe is just big on all sports, period. They pack out everything they do out there. Even they basketball games be crazy. Lake County, $5. Tone must have never saw that video of Jay-Z aboard and someone asked him, quote unquote, who are you? What was the point, Tone, besides being YN minded as usual?
Well, that was an old bitch who asked Jay-Z, who are you? And that was on a train somewhere. She was like 90 years old. Mind your business, gang. Mind your business.
Yeah, 90. Shout out to her, man. She made it. Lake County, pound for pound, number 3 in the chat. $2. Watches appreciate, though, Ness. No, I know. I know that they are, good to buy. Mayweather said that, taught Devin that. I know. But I am not buying any of those watches ever. Even if I had the money, I'm not spending it on no Richie Millies and none of that stuff. So I wouldn't be following anybody that has that type of content. You feel me? Big Boss, $2. Lions in the camp, bruv. Yes, sir. Tip Bayless, keep the show going for a sec. How much of a sec, fam? How much of a sec? Alex Vega. There goes your sec.
Hello, can you hear me?
We do.
Yeah, good morning. Well, good afternoon, actually. Good morning to some, man.
To me?
Yeah, I'm a little confused when it comes to this Bivol Beterbiev 3, because Bivol dropped the WBC for the Trilogy, and then, I think they told us that the Trilogy was going to happen in August, and now it's being pushed back more, and now another title is about to be mandated. And then Beterbiev is coming out saying, well, his team is coming out and saying that Bivol is stalling. I mean, why do you think he's stalling? Like, do you have any theories?
Nah, man, because he definitely ducked the $8 million from David. Maybe he just tired,
Right,
bro.
which is the
Maybe
fight
he's
that I
just
want to
tired.
watch.
Maybe his body hurts. He's just tired, wants a time off. It is some tough fights, right?
I mean,
like how many? He had like one
fights,
tune-up. Right? He had one tune-up in between the Canelo fight, I think. What he had, right? So he fought, he fought Canelo.
Fought Arthur and he fought Zenad, right?
Yeah, but look, he fought Canelo Gilberto Linden Arthur, who knocked out Yard. Zenad.
He did not knock out Yard. He beat him by like split decision.
Undefeated Zenad, and then 2 Beterbiev fights, bro. Like, he had a murderer's row. He need time off.
Yeah, like you're telling me it's been by his nest today with that undefeated is the knob. A little extra. That's cool. No, I like Bebo's a great fighter. But yeah, it is strange. I had him. I thought he edged out the first fight. I thought he pretty much took off on the second fight. And if they're offering you free bag for the third one, if you're not gonna fight Benavidez, then what's the point? Like, get it over with. Like you said, maybe there's some injuries. Maybe he's going through some more personal things. But these boxing fans, boy, they're gonna say he the biggest duck in light heavyweight history. He really lost those first two. Boxing fans are funny, man. And what's the other topic about Turkey and the shrinking ring? Like, right? Is that the other part?
I mean, the whole weekend, Black Prime prospects, all the fights, Harlem, Eubank, and Jack
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Catterall.
I didn't watch the BLK Prime. I didn't watch no damn Harlem versus Jack. I watched the undercard a little bit. I saw Sky.
All you
Saw a bunch of
hornbags,
Sky.
all you hornbags tuned in the Sky. That's nasty. Nobody watched the main event, but y'all all watched Sky. That's terrible.
Bro, that was not a main event. Like, so Jack Catterall's a 147 pounder now. That's what's
Yeah,
happening?
he moved up. What's wrong with that? Homie.
I mean, I don't know. It was kind of random, and it just seemed kind of strange how
Hey, 140
Eubank
always been
Ben
an in
happens, and
between.
all of a sudden he move out to fight another Eubank.
140's always been an in between division. Not a lot of people stay there. Broner skipped it. A lot of people, get one fight and go. It's never been like, this luxury. It's like, why am I making 140 when 47 right there for the bigger money fights?
I mean, but now the big money's at 140, and 147's, I guess
Nah.
there for the taking. Maybe
Nah,
that's
nah,
what it
nah,
is.
nah, nah. There's no
He
money
knows he
fights
can't
at
beat anyone
140.
at 147 after losing to
There's
Arnold
no money
Barboza.
fights at 140. Both money fights moved up. Devin and Ryan moved up. They're the only two pay-per-view fighters. Teal's never been on pay-per-view. Hitchens never been on pay-per-view. Sabril Matias never been on pay-per-view. Alberto Puello never been on pay-per-view. What money fights are there at 140?
I mean, what do you mean, bro? Like, you can get on the turkey
What
card
money
fighting.
fights?
Which, bro, 140 is hot.
You
That's what it.
use the
Okay,
term.
so
You use
all
the
right.
term. That's
Oh
all.
yeah,
Just
that's what it.
sticking.
It's more easier money at 147. I got you. If Devin wins, then he might be able to touch that chin.
Let me
We
get
can go down
to
that route.
Stone
Yeah, I
Bone,
hear you.
man. I
I
mean,
hear you.
you got to choose your words wisely. You feel me? The money fights
Yo,
moved
yo.
up. Yo.
Yo. Yeah, shit. Catterall was right there with Josh Taylor and all of the 140 guys. He been there for a while. We acting like he ain't been there. If he was somebody else, we'd have been saying, man, it's been time for him to move up, man. He getting the short end because he need to move up. So now he move up, and to me, Catterall is always a game opponent. I think he about to be getting to the point to where some of the young guys aren't going to take the fight because they're going to be like, he needs a couple more, like some guys that beat him up a couple more times before they consider him like a journeyman gatekeeper type guy. But he be pushing all them dudes, man. He be making them miss. He be countering. He let his hands go. Like, I've been surprised by Catterall. It's been a couple fights he won that he didn't get. You know what I mean? So I feel like he beat Taylor. So that's just my opinion. That was before T.O. beat him, right? Yeah. So it is what it is. Good. It was. I don't like how headbutts and shit end fights like that. I wish if that shit was an accidental headbutt, then I wish that shit would go straight to like a. I know fighters wouldn't want like a no contest if you're up, but what if you know what I mean? It just seemed nasty that fights be getting stopped on cuts and then somebody win when maybe they weren't. Like, look at what happened with the Timzu and Fundora. Like, let them shits go. Just let them just bleed out. And if he can't go, he can't go. Let him stop it. Let him say I can't go no more. So do it matter if the ref stop it or if you stop? Do it matter or if it just like it's an accidental headbutt, so it go to the scorecards after many rounds? I don't know that. So
Yeah, I mean, you can't stop it. It's the doctor or the ref. Usually the doctor, too. Like, the ref just
no,
calls the
yeah, but
doctor.
because if you stop it, but you can say I can't see, because remember who was that?
Yeah, but
Was
that's
like, I can't see
already,
out of it.
that's when you in the corner, But yeah, you could definitely do that and say you can't see. That's going to automatic stoppage.
Yeah, I just wonder if did the outcome change on any of those situations. Headbutt, like I know intentional don't go to scorecards after that, but it's crazy. But so Bivol is he's stepping away from the fight, or what's happening? Who's stepping away?
According to Turkey Al-Sheikh, he's given them the permission to do the fight with quote unquote other organizers. And after he tweeted that out, then Beterbiev's team tweeted out that Bivol, basically he said something like, Dima, how old do I have to be to get the third fight? So he's insinuating that Bivol's trying to age him out.
Trying to age him out. Damn. Well, age out or fight David. I'd rather go for the fight I just won and fight David. So
yeah, he turned down that David fight and gave up the belt. I just think he's been in a couple tough fights and he wants to take a little break probably. Or a less than fight. Yeah, maybe do his Michael. He could do his IBF mandatory, Michael Effort or whatever his name is. Little less than fight, hopefully.
That's what's up. But yeah, man, the young guys looking good too, man. Keep getting them young guys on this, man. You can see it in their face when they're like, I'm getting a big shot, and then they go perform after they interview. So keep getting them on there, man, so they keep performing.
All right, champ. Nah, man, they did good, man. Shout out to Kevin Sparrow, the father of Price Sparrow. Price really looked good going to that body, getting a stoppage. Canal got a good decision, won his first international WBC. I want to see better from Newman, but he shook out, got the win. 7 straight wins now. Kamari also got the knockout. But look, that's everything and everybody. We right back at it tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. We got a counterpunch from Optimus Prime for tip. And Lake County back with another 5. He says, that must be a different video because the video I saw was a man asking Jigga, who are you? And Jigga responded back to him saying, who is you?
Moral of the story is not everybody know who you are, B.
He said he sent footage. Who you send footage to? Where you send footage at?
Boxing footage?
I guess. Where you sent this footage at, Tip?
Yeah, man. Shout out to 4 Extra, man. Shout out to 4 Extra. Protect y'all hands, man.
Yo, I ain't see the video because the one I seen only said he blew up his hands. They ain't show his hand blown up. Is there one like where he's missing fingers or some shit?
No, bro. He's missing like his whole entire forearm, bro.
Oh shit! With like, how many? It was only I only seen his hand had 2 M80s. The motherfuckers that strong.
And he went blind.
Yeah, bro. It was his whole right hand.
And he blind.
So you ever seen?
Lord,
I don't know about all that. Like you ever seen Tropic Thunder? You ever seen Tropic Thunder? You remember how Ben Stiller's arms was missing in Tropic Thunder? That's how his whole arm looked.
Oh shit!
Look crazy. Yeah, that's a little bad, man. Stop playing with them fireworks, man. I love my hands too much to risk that shit. Yeah, I just sent you like a little minute clip.
Little minute?
I sent you like a minute clip in the border war.
Who this? Who this? Francis Scarborough?
No, that's my brother, man.
So basically this fake sparring then.
We just working, you know what I'm saying? I can't send y'all like the
exactly. It's fake
hey man, I love your pod tech,
man.
Is that the 5980?
No, it's fake sparring.
What is fake sparring, bro? I don't know what fake sparring is.
It ain't real.
Sparring, bro.
It ain't real. It's you and your brother just tappity tapping. You and your brother tappity tapping, man. You and your brother tappity tapping.
That's like saying.
This some comfortable shit. You comfortable right here. Look at y'all.
A fighting.
Look at them all comfortable. This nasty.
I mean, are you not supposed to be relaxed in the gym?
Why he backing up?
I mean, what you mean? The same way your man going back up. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. The same way your man's going back up. And so once I start putting that pressure on, it's gonna be rascal niggas, man.
Yeah, you ain't gonna win.
Hey, how much you want to bet on it?
You don't let your hands go, man. You about to get outworked.
Bro, I'm just not letting my hands go right there. See, it's like I said, y'all don't be seeing everything, bro, and I can't show you everything. See, I just let niggas talk from the sidelines, bro.
Outworked.
Hey, it's cool. Whatever you think he gonna bring, we gonna slow that shit down.
You better do something because you look like you about to get outworked.
Lobo gonna get stopped.
Hey, Tone. If he think I'm gonna get outworked, we know how to stop a nigga that's gonna work. Just know that. You know what I'm saying?
You better be thinking stoppage because that boy.
I ain't gotta think stoppage.
He let his hands go.
Yes. Your man is a brawler. I'll just outbox him. If he want to fight him, I'll outbox him. If he want to box him, I'll outfight him. It's just simple, and that's just however he want to go about it, bro. Whatever style he gonna bring, I'm gonna talk this shit like Floyd Schofield Sr. be talking it. You know what I'm saying? That's how we know the 4 styles. We know the 4 styles of boxing, man.
I hope, B. Because, Lobo don't play. You know that.
Don't play, bro.
This tippy-tappy shit you doing right here, this ain't the type of shit Lobo gonna be coming at you with. But,
Oh, don't worry, because we was just on Thursday.
This good for cardio. This good for cardio, right?
I was just on Thursday.
You think that this good for cardio because it's like you get your heart rate up.
We was just doing hard sparring Thursday. But it's cool.
Okay. Because this looked like
it's like I said, bro. No. It's like I said. I just told you we was just working.
This that real work right here.
Let you talk, man.
Real work.
Too bad I can't see them on Twitter, man.
Real work. Motherfuckers swinging bowls for look. Real work. Not that tippy-tappy shit, man. Not that tippy-tappy shit.
Tone, what is he playing? I can't see it. Tone, I can't even see it, Tone.
Lobo.
Tone, I can't even see it, man.
Lobo. Yo. Oh! Hey, you can't punch as hard as that 60-pounder Lobo just caught that. He caught it, too. He didn't get hit with it. He caught it, but you get hit on the glove. You heard that 60-pounder? Outworked. This is what I'm telling you. You're going to get outworked. Lobo's in the black, y'all. Lobo's in the black, FYI. That's the problem that Tip got to deal with.
Don't even know what he look like.
That's that. That's that problem. Hey, yo, he in there with a fucking heavyweight. Okay, Lobo. That motherfucker's a heavyweight.
Nigga, my brother is 180. That nigga got a.
Bro, you was in there tippity-tappy. You was tippity-tappy with your brother. If you don't get up out of here, this ain't no tippity-tap. This ain't no tippity-tap. This that work right here. Look at these combos. He gonna outwork Tip, man. That's nasty.
That's crazy.
Look. They said it. Lobo winning that for sure.
Hey, I love that they checked for that man. I love that.
Defense on 100. Look at that defense.
Yo, just know this, Ness. When I win, don't come back on this side, man. Stay where y'all at.
If you win,
when I win.
50-50 squabble, man. 50-50 squabble. You got the edge.
This ain't no 50-50, bro.
Because you headlined over there before.
This ain't no 50-50. This ain't no 50-50, bro.
Bruh.
This ain't
the man got like 3 fights over you, man.
First of all, who nervous?
Hey,
I've been calm and collected.
We got to get to some other callers, man. We got to get to some other callers.
Oh, Now I got niggas calling in.
Callers, man. Hey, people calling in, man. Rob the whip.
Tip gonna stop all that volume punching, man. Once he feel that body. You seen my man Miles drop Lobo, man.
Nah, he ain't drop him. That ain't an official knockdown. That's standing 8. That's standing 8. In the amateurs, bro, you get hit with a clean shot, ref jump in. Official knockdown, like Tip got on Emperor King. That's different. Rob the whip.
Y'all didn't jump in to help James Benitez.
What you mean? They certainly helped James.
With him, man.
He was on the road sitting down at the picnic.
He took 6 clean shots. Y'all said James.
How's everybody doing?
We good, brother. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I got a question maybe you can help me out with. So I'm headed up your way, for that fight we've been talking about on the 25th of this month with your boy.
How's the immigration up there? My man is a legal citizen, but we've been hearing stuff down in Virginia like
Where you
New York
talking
is on
about?
steroids with immigration.
What fight you
You
going
know, my
to?
guy's Mexican.
What fight you going to?
With your boy, Voodoo. We fighting Voodoo. My fight is fighting Voodoo. Peter Latorre.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, shit, I'm not in New York to know about how the immigration is, bro.
I thought you was
Wait,
up
who
there in New York.
Nah,
who
been
got
left. I'm in Vegas last 3 years.
who fighting the
Oh,
Mexican?
okay. All right.
Peter Latorre,
Nah, man.
Johnny cousin, nephew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So my guy's, he's a U.S. citizen, but they was like, yeah, you better keep him close because they just snatching Mexicans and Haitians and stuff off the street, like at checkpoints. I'm like, is it that serious up there?
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta
So
get in touch with some New York cats. It's
yeah,
actually
okay.
out there.
And what made you make the leap all the way from NY to Vegas, man?
I mean, it's the capital right here. Everybody here, you know. Like I was just at
Yeah.
Regis gym, and when I went to see Regis, Shushu was there, Coach K was there. Like, it's just you always gonna have
Okay.
fighters out here. But look, I gotta leave. My wife don't even want to be here. I'm trying to convince her to stay because it's just more beneficial.
She don't like Vegas, man.
Nah, she missed Florida. We had came from Florida up here.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to beat Florida with Vegas on it. It's kind of different, you know what I mean? It's a slower pace, plus you get, yeah, I understand. But all right, man, yeah. Since I got your ear, me and my boy was getting at it, man. What you think about your boy man? What's that young boy name? He about to fight for the championship. Tied at 130 or 135. What's his name? He just fought here in Norfolk for Keyshawn. What's his Abdullah?
Abdullah, what
Mason.
about him?
Yeah, they were saying Abdullah and what's your boy and 35
Schofield?
they just won the title. Yeah, Schofield. I'm like, man, Abdullah, who you got before I say anything in that matchup?
I mean, I don't know, man. It's too soon. I got to see how Abdullah performs. He ain't really had no body
That's what I
like
was
a
saying.
Tevin.
Exactly. That's exactly. I'm like, yo, I ain't sold on him yet. Yeah, he's a very good prospect. I'm thinking, but he ain't been tested yet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen him. I ain't really seen him there with another dog like him, and I ain't sold on it. But he like, man, based off of that, Carrington and Washington. I'm like, I'm not Carrington. Floyd or Washington off that last performance. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna say that, but I just think he just hasn't been battle tested yet to me yet. I ain't seen him in the trenches yet, so. All right, so me on the same type of time, my man.
All
You know
right, you.
boxing. All right,
Appreciate
brother.
you.
I'm on the sideline.
All right.
Appreciate you too, bro.
Big If. What up?
Big F.
Salute, man. Salute. Salute Ness. Salute Two Tone. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, salute, man. Salute. Great Sunday, great show. Yo, on the previous caller, man. Yo, Ness, I heard you early say that Abdullah Mason was cloud chasing or something, man.
I mean, dropping
And
the sparring video, yeah, that's cloud chasing.
nah, but you know what that was though, right? That was a response to
It
the
don't matter.
pops.
It don't matter. Why you
You
rate
say that
making?
don't matter?
Yeah, it don't matter. Why you could have been dropped that and made a response. You making a response after he got the biggest knockout of his career, the type of knockout you have yet to get. That's cloud
Hey,
chasing
yo,
at its
let's
finest.
I check this out, Ness. Check this out, Ness. Two Tone lies on Clarissa Shields saying he smashed when they was in Vegas elevator together.
Huh?
Clarissa Shields has no option but to drop the surveillance footage showing that yo Two Tone
Yeah,
ain't even
yeah,
touch me.
cool. But why would she do it after Two Tone was featured on Summer Jam? Like you
Nah, it's
cloud
not that. Nah,
chasing.
come
You
on,
cloud
dogs. It's
chasing.
because he
You
said that
cloud
on the show.
chasing, bro. You cloud chasing. You know what it is. It's cloud chasing. They could have did that fight week, but they ain't, guess what they ain't want to do? Give him attention on fight week. Cause all news is good news, but they waited. Oh, wait, damn, he did that. Everybody think he signed. Let's show him what we did in sparring. Cloud chasing. It's cloud chasing.
Nah, son, I think it. I think it's because the pops was talking slick, talking about they whooped him. So he dropped the footage like, yo, son, we touched you up, son. What you talking about, son?
I see they ain't dropped the footage when he got dropped in his last fight, right? Come on, man. Y'all gotta cut the shit. They trying to wait to the right time because they know they need that clout. He looking good. He did what he's supposed to do.
Yo, but I'm gonna keep it tall with you though. From the sparring though, I never seen Mason box that way, son. He was boxing, he wasn't really banging like, typically how he bangs. And I was surprised. Some was out boxing.
1 round, man. 1 round, 3 minutes. Tell them where the rest of them rounds at.
Nah, I keep it tall with you. I agree with that, man. If they drop the entire thing, then we gonna know for sure. But I liked it, man.
That's like that.
But anyway,
what's my man name? McGregor and Malignaggi sparring, bro. Come on.
Oh yeah, I remember that, son. Yo, that's crazy. I remember that. Yeah. But yo, shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to Anthony Yard. I don't know why people not jacking the fight, but I rocks with the fight. Shout out to him dancing on the car for getting that turkey bag. And I want to give a shout out to Ness, former co-host Mike Gross, the boss, for filing that lawsuit against Cassie. And I'm out, man. Peace.
What? What he's talking about?
Nah, one of the male escorts look just like Mike Gross, the boss.
And he's suing Cassie for real? Like the escort?
Yeah, she the queen pin. Yeah, man. Bro. I said, okay, this all the feds got. So y'all want to put this man, okay, domestic violence, put that to the side. If he was on trial for
he said put that to the side.
If he on trial for domestic violence, okay, lock him up. But he was not on trial for domestic violence. He on trial for ex-African and a RICO charge. That was not a RICO. He's just a freaky guy. He's extra freaky. Y'all try to lock that man up for being extra freaky. And the girl, Cassie, you was addicted to the lifestyle. You was getting Birkin bags and all that. And you got mad that Diddy took care of Young Miami better than you. Because Young Miami, she was happy to do free calls. Well, they both were.
But Cassie gave a little more resistance, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and when Diddy kicked her to the curb, she got broke. Her and her new man, Cassie knew, yo, I can press Diddy to get me a settlement of 20 million. Then the hotel gonna give me 10 million. Cassie 30 M's up right now. She 30 up, and you was complicit just like Diddy, bro. You was paying the prostitutes. You was the one setting it up, bro. Cassie, the queen pin, bro.
Yo, on that note, we got BGG, $2. Tone, did you know no one in New York knows Berlanga? Come on, man. They in Times Square asking tourists that shit, bro. That's silly. Like, Google how many people walk through Times Square. How many tourists? Won't you put that? Don't make me get Coco on it, man. Julio Guzman, $2. Tippy Tippy. No, Tippy Tappity. Tip Bellis is a great nickname. Yeah, man. Flex emoji. He got that tippity tappity shit. We ain't be. Yo, we out to the next one. Peace.
Peace.